We would be honored if you would join us.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Fresh meat.
Stay a while and listen.
Fresh meat. I see you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? It's Tuesday. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Blah. So, yesterday I was planning on streaming some Stalker and continuing on with that play session, but I didn't have power for like 6 hours yesterday. So, yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, it's how it goes. It's how it goes. So some quick housekeeping stuff.
Hey, get that squirrel off my dick.
Squirrel.
He knows he's not allowed to come on my dick.
Squirrel, how you doing, man? How you doing? I gotta fix something here real quick. All right. Okay. Anyways, check out Squirrel. He streams. I think he's been doing Elite Dangerous a lot as of late. I haven't been able to watch any of his streams because I've been at work. He's always streaming when I'm at work or I'm dead asleep in the middle of the night. But check him out. Let's see what's going on. Oh, working on a new t-shirt. I hope to have that out in hopefully a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do is I started designing it. I got a little ways to go on it yet. Once I get that done, I'm going to order one for myself, make sure it looks all right, and then I will publish it so that way I'm not giving you guys shit product. You know what I mean? And same as always, I'm going to make it as cheap as Stream Elements will allow me to make it. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a little bit of a joke shirt, but I think you guys will like it. Yeah. So another thing, real quick. So I released that video. Do you remember? Do you remember the hype? Or something like that. I can't remember the exact title. I'm still working on those. I gotta get back in touch with those guys from Fiverr and see what I can do, because some of them want just a flat fee, but it's kind of expensive, and others want a little bit of a flat fee, and then they want other stuff because I'm selling it as t-shirts. So I need to get back in contact with some people and see what I can do about that, because my artistic abilities are limited. But yeah, I do want to make a Corner Creep shirt. So back to that video I did. You know, it was short. and it went over the CitizenCon stuff and then my opinions on everything. Look, I don't care how much you dislike me because I told you the truth and I used things from CitizenCon to kind of back that up. I don't really care the mean things that were said about me. I still don't care. You're just some weirdo on the internet that doesn't like what I have to say, and that's fine. You can have your opinion, I'll have mine. But the fact still stands that 3.23 is a single player port. And to all of you guys that were like, well, actually, this is a really good thing because this isn't going to be locked behind Squadron 42. I didn't respond to you guys with what I wanted to respond to you with because it's not gonna help me arguing in my own comment section with you guys. So this is what I'm gonna say about that. If you think that this is the greatest patch ever to hit Star Citizen because it is completely a single player port from Squadron 42, you're delusional. All of this stuff should have been in years ago. Years ago. The character creator, the star map, etc., etc., etc. It should have all been there years ago. It was gated by the fact that they had Squadron 42 under lock and key and they didn't want to spoil anything. Well, guess what? I'm sorry that you feel some sort of way about Star Citizen, but the fact remains that this is basic video game development stuff that should have been in the game a long time ago. A long time ago. Come on. Really? And what bothers me even more about all this is the character creator, outside of how good the hair looks and some of the models. There's character creators that are better in games like WWE 2K24, Starfield to a point. Like, all you're doing in the new character creator is adjusting the face. That's all you're doing. You can't make your guy taller, shorter, thinner, fatter. You can't do any of that stuff. All you're doing is messing with the face. And look, that might be fine for some people, but CIG and company have said that they want you to make a character that you become attached to. Well, you're like I said, you're really only designing a face, and you're going to be wearing a helmet 99% of the time, so you're never going to really see the face unless you're planning on doing some odd filming or running towards the camera at all times. And then we'll get into the other stuff that is now either missing or going to be scheduled for a later deadline. I don't see the point in getting all hyped up over a patch that really contains, outside of master modes, which is still a single player port, that much in it that is not, as I said, basic game development stuff that should have been done years ago. That's all I really have to say about that. But Scar, the Vulcan and the ray tracing and the DLSS and I don't really. Who cares? The game looks pretty. But it's still an inch wide and a mile wide and an inch deep. We've said it before on this channel, and I'll say it again. You crack one rock while you're mining, you've pretty much cracked them all. The only thing that changes is the optimal window. That's it. You run one bunker, you've run them all. You run one drug bunker, you run them all. You do a bounty hunt mission in each one of the tiers of difficulty, well, you've done them all. Like, there is no variety and flavor. It's all the same stuff over and over and over and over again. And then the dynamic events, they're not even that dynamic, because an actual dynamic event means that there is a consequence if you lose. There is no consequence if you lose. Like, if Siege of Orison goes off and Ninetales holds the holds the platforms and we can't push them off of it, what happens? Nothing. The event ends and everything goes back to normal. Nothing happens. The dynamic events aren't dynamic. Sure, they might be dynamic in the way other players interact with you on the way to the platforms or on the way to Xenothreat, but there is no threat of loss. Everybody talks about how they want an actual dynamic event. They're not dynamic. They're dynamic in, like I said, in the way players interact with each other on the way to or during the event, but the event itself is not actually dynamic. You don't stand anything to lose. Stanton doesn't stand anything to lose if the Ninetales continue to hold Crusader or if Xenothreat doesn't get thwarted. There is no consequences for it. There's none. There's zero. You know, games like, I know they're not on the same level, but games like Helldivers, there's an actual consequence if you don't
Stay a while and listen.
if you don't do the required task. Jay, where's org versus org wars? I can't even get an org. Yeah, that's so I was watching a thing on, I promise there will be reacts. I was watching a thing on Twitch by Griefer's Pub. Let me see if I can find them here. Let me see if I can find. Yep. Okay. Go back to my thing. All right. So there was a thing on Griefer's Pub right here. If you want to check them out, they're on Twitch. They did it just a day ago, 2 days ago. I forget when it was, but they had River Grid on there and a couple other guys, and they were discussing master modes and what it means for orgs and all this other stuff. And my stance is this: there is no reason to really even be in an org right now, let alone for there to be all these org versus org battles, unless you're just talking about, you know, training and practicing and teamwork and things like that. And that's fine if you're into that sort of thing. That's fine. But as far as org versus org battles, what are you fighting for? Ego, reputation? I mean, that's fine for some people, but there is no in-game reason to even be in an org or even do org things. I mean, everything that you can do with an org, you can do with strangers and randoms in the universe. There is, unless there's an actual reason to be in an org in game, I mean, there's not really any benefit of being in an org at all. I mean, you can be in a Discord with a bunch of people, right? You can be in a Discord with a bunch of people, and it's nice because you have like-minded individuals, friends that you can play with, you know, things like that, and it can be fun. And I'm not trying to take away from that, but and you might be able to call for backup if something, like, you know, if you're a pirate and you need help, or, you know, you're an industrialist and you get attacked or whatever, you might be able to call for help, and that's cool. That's great. Once again, I'm not taking that away from you, but you cannot. There is no actual org play. You can't share ships. People can't log off of your ship. You can. There's such limited things that you can do within the game with your friends, org, or even randoms. So there's no resource sharing. There's no crafting. There's nothing. We need, as Jay is saying right now in chat, we need actual org gameplay, property, resources, etc. We don't have that right now. So there isn't really a need to be in an org. I mean, orgs really are just a in name only right now. They're not really a thing. And I understand that people like doing the org versus org thing, but for right now, excuse me, it's just practice and teamwork practice. That's really all it is. And that's fine if you're into that sort of thing. But I do not see a reason to actually be in an org right now. Maybe when there's more systems online, I mean planetary systems, maybe when there's more gameplay systems as far as like base building and resource sharing and things like that, then it will become important. But you're also going to run the risk of, when resources become finite, when org play becomes a thing, you're going to start really running across I don't want to call it an issue because I don't know how it'll actually play out, but it might turn into an Eve type thing where you have 2, 3, 4 super orgs or super clans or guilds or whatever you want to call them, and they're going to control everything. And the only time there's a war is when either A, they need the practice, or B, there's some new gameplay added to the game or some new resource or something along that lines. Hey, Stream Elements is here finally. But they're like, it's going to end up like that because, for example, Test Squadron that the YouTuber Montoya runs, there's 50,000 people in that. There is no way an org of 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, even 1,000 people are going to be able to outnumber them, out-resource them, anything like that. So when that happens, you know, you're going to be contending with some very large orgs, and it's going to be very hard to push them off of whatever resource or X gameplay that's been added into the game. So, you know, just be aware that that can and probably will happen within Star Citizen. I don't want it to. I don't want super orgs, but it's going to be a thing. It's always going to be a thing. Super orgs will always exist. So, yeah. But if you like orgs and you like org gameplay, go ahead, join an org, get involved with it. I mean, I don't see it becoming a thing for a long time, like an actual need, that is. I don't see org play becoming an actual need for a long time yet. So I guess we should, since it's Hot Take Tuna Tuesday, we should probably do some reacts, huh? I figure since we were kind of ho-hum and glummy on Star Citizen a few minutes ago, maybe we'll start off with something funny from Star Citizen. Oops. Oops. Here we go. So this is Clip of the Day, Star Citizen, WTF, and Funny Moments. Orgs will just set up a blockade and charge us to enter the area. Like, yeah. That's basically what's going to happen until resources, like finite resources and the need for resources, become a thing. There's, like I said, the orgs that battle each other, it's just for ego and rep and practice. I wish there was more to it, but there just isn't. I mean, Org 2.0 was supposed to be out, I don't even know how long ago, but it's something that had been discussed for a while. So, you know, maybe soon. So, Star Citizen, WTF, and Funny Moments by Clip of the Day. And we already got a salty mic on the screen. Look at this emergent gameplay from 3.23. You got to get that streamer power nap in there, Mike. You know, when you go 8 hours. Oh, no. Should have taken a longer shower, Mike.
There's no loading screens. Seamless experience. Best damn space sim.
I've heard that this has taken up to 30 minutes at times. And that's in the... Oh!
If you have any funny...
Speaking of, so the replication layer was on yesterday. It was on yesterday. And I was watching my buddy Marcus stream, and then I watched some rando on Twitch stream. They both experienced multiple 30Ks with the replication layer on. So I would tell you guys, be prepared for another 3.18. I'm just saying, be prepared, because it's not working the way it's supposed to. And we got right around a month before you know Invictus is going to kick off. So just be aware.
or epic Star Citizen moments and would like to be featured, please see the link in the description. Enjoy today's Star Citizen moments.
Ja, die Ion fliegt gerade wieder weg, sehr gut.
Genau, bitte raus da fliegen, sehr gut.
I remember when GrieferNet hit him. Oh, this is the engineering.
Piracy rausfliegen.
Oh nein, was ist das denn? Oh, ich werd bescheuert, diese dummen
Exit ship
Planetenoberflächen.
right into the planet.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to vent a little bit, you know, complain, just generally in your direction. That's fine, Peter. I understand how that goes. You know, anything else you want to say? No, not really. You know, if you could just get this working, it'd be nice. That's the plan, Peter. It's not going to go live when it's broken. Are you sure? Are you sure? There's quite a bit of precedent to suggest that you know, the ILW sale that's coming up is the point where it's going to go live, not when it works. Ah, Peter, that's old CIG. Don't worry about that. You know, new CIG is all about stability and performance and all kinds of cool shit. Really? Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to it going to live then. As you should, as you should. Don't forget to buy more spaceships, Peter. Oh, yo, I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying more spaceships anytime soon, Mr. Roberts, but if I do, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry about it. Good lad, Peter. Good lad, as you were.
I forgot. Don't even need
That
to
was
turn
good.
around.
That was good.
You can still power down and surrender.
I'll just wait for you to have no more missiles. You shoot at me.
Surrender while you still can. Please. Power.
Oh, he killed himself with the fucking... Oh my god!
Nice.
His own missile, he ran right into it.
Whoops.
Of course.
What's the evolutionary reason for the third and the fourth eye? That's so when you're looking at, like, these dogs are made to have multiple screens on their desktop. Okay, they've got Pornhub over here. They've got OnlyFans over here. And they've got a text conversation with your mom up here. And then they've got Star Citizen in the front. 4. I can't even move them.
Yeah, they don't do what they're supposed to do most of the time. I've been watching people go for the dogs. They don't seem to ever do what they're supposed to do. Fall right through. What is it? You got some beer.
What is the difference between relative and not relative? What is relative to what?
One's illegal in most 50 states. The other one is perfectly fine. No side effects with offspring.
Okay, so the best way to put this is when you're trying to
Yeah, the
shoot
dogs don't move.
and the ship turns.
C'est bon? Ok.
Oh, you're gonna die.
Wow!
It didn't
J'ai
even
réussi à
stop.
sortir alors qu'il s'est même pas arrêté. OMG!
How he didn't die, I have no idea. Ooh, Talon.
Combien de temps ça va durer? Ah, il suffit que le drop, que le serveur ait un drop normalement et c'est fini pour moi. Ah voilà, c'est fini pour moi. Adieu.
And
Adieu.
oh, he pulled it off.
S'il vous plaît.
And 323, I don't understand it, but once again, also watching a variety of streamers play 3.23, your ship randomly explodes at any time for any reason, anywhere. Like, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. It seems like we've taken a few steps backwards with this patch. It's pretty it's pretty insane. Marcus died twice from his ship just randomly exploding. That other, I can't remember that other streamer's name. I was watching him play for a little bit, and in the hour I watched him, he 30k'd and then he exploded for no reason in his ship. Just he had taken off from I can't remember what space station, flown away from it about a good 2K. It was messing with the star map, closed the star map, went to engage quantum and exploded. So that was funny. Cosmic. Arc VR. Oh my god.
Well, I'm giving you guys a chance to get to me.
I'm on my way. I'm gonna be there.
Get out. Get up.
Shoot him.
At least not as much as they should.
I guess just an understatement. Look at him. He's dead.
Oh my
Yes, boys.
No way you're doing this to him. What
There
a
you
fucking
go.
move.
Did he just? Why
We
would
got
he
him.
do that? He had the upper hand. He had you by the ball.
Why would he have done that?
Also, turn your fucking lights off. It's blinding.
Oh, it's
Excuse
Lord
me, sir.
Kamek.
Can you turn your lights off and pull the vehicle over? Oh. Okay.
Self-destructed.
Oh, okay. He's self-destructed.
Or you.
That's funny.
Did he self-destruct or did you run into him?
I don't know.
A bit of both.
Why can't I poop in my shit? Thousands of dollars spent, but my knees have never been. Let the gas come out the vent. Why can't I poop my shit?
Oh.
Ay, qué mal me encuentro.
Why can't I poop in my ship? That was great. Oh god. GG. Really? I'm not sure.
Thanks, Space Ghost.
You look a little young to be playing Star Citizen.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets!
Welcome to
Oh, my
3.23
lord.
and Star Citizen as a whole.
Just wanted to go forward.
And kaboom! No? We get kaboom? Boom. Kaboom? Oh, come on. Get out of it, then it'll boom.
Get out.
Oh, they actually got a dog on their ship. A few dogs on their ship.
Okay, everybody's still here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! We got
And they
party,
moved. Oh my
boys!
god, they moved. 30K.
Bro, somebody clip this. Everybody's still here. No. Do not. I see what you're trying to do. Don't jump on me. Then figure it out.
I think that guy made.
I mean, why even aim down sight when you have a dynamic
shoot.
crosshair?
Where'd that grenade come from? Oh, what the heck? I barely saw that out of the corner of my eye. Holy is.
Independence Day. What a crazy good
What is
movie.
it? Is he in a demo? Oh, this will be fun.
He's in a Redeemer?
Yeah. Was in a demo. See ya, pal.
Daily Noob's good. I like Daily Noob.
Oh!
What?
Dude.
What is that?
What is that?
I gotta pull a load of my knife.
Guys, it's the Philadelphia experiment.
The Enigma.
You're creating a black hole, dude.
The entire Star Citizen universe should have collapsed right there. Wait, people still stream on Kick?
Fucking scare me like that when I'm what?
There's not enough. I would agree.
What's Morph? Don't
Well,
touch
we
the
wanna
water.
back out
Don't
and
touch
get-
the water, Morph.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Let's get who we're missing.
Don't touch the water, Morph. You died.
If you touch the water even a little bit, you die.
Oh, you die.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can't. You
I've
can't
been
skip
flying
it.
around.
Really? Makes sense.
Verified. True. If you clip the water in an actual aircraft, bad things happen. So it should.
Can confirm.
Oh yeah, I would.
What the fuck? I spawned standing up. I spawned standing up because my bed is occupied by some hobo with pink eyebrows.
Oh wait, I know you. You're the
What
guy
the
that.
fuck?
You're the guy. Okay, I know this guy. He's a guy that will go out and cause problems in the verse, and then when people start fighting back against him, he'll scream, stream snipe. And if I remember correctly, he's got pretty large following. He'll you know, sick his boys on you.
You gotta harden them to the point of like, I'm not bothered by this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, shh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh,
You're
I'm
dead.
working.
I've been in there before.
You are ATC right now.
Your docking privileges are over.
Are the gateway.
Yes,
You are
your docking
the
privileges
I've been in there
are
before.
over.
It's pretty fun.
CIG, thanks for the
Except
access,
you can't get
baby.
out.
Okay, what do we got on the schedule here? New supervisor, new sheriff in town.
That was before I was streaming. I got in there. I ejected in the hangar and I landed in there.
Frames. That's bullshit.
Oh yeah, the water is definitely deadly.
What kind of fucking savage puts debris right outside of the door?
Chris Roberts.
You motherfuckers. That's bullshit. Boo. Boo. Fucking boo.
CIG, throw me a bone. Let me straddle on the throne just like when I'm at home. Just let us all poop in our ships. If only I could scream.
Oh, my favorite part of the whole thing was the pooping on ships. That's my favorite part of this whole thing is the pooping on ships. Let me share this with you guys. Oh God. That's my favorite part of this whole thing is the pooping on ships. Guys, we need to be able to poop on our ships. We need to poop on our ships. Yeah. Hello? All right, it worked. I have so many React videos. I need to go through and delete a lot of these. Remove them from my my list. Oh, okay. We're gonna do this one because I thought it might be pretty funny. And I like this guy. So this is Citizen Bob. 5 things only Aurora understands. 5 things only Aurora owners will understand. Citizen Bob, take it away. What is he doing? Let him in. It's peaking real hard on OBS. Wait, there's a bed in there. You can at least have one guy lay down. The other guy will have to, you know, I don't know. Now this is multi-crew multi-crew at its finest. Pagan, right? Visit Pagan, everybody. Visit Pagan, everybody, on Twitch. Good dude. I don't have his merch on today. I'm usually wearing his merch or Marcus's merch, but make sure you go and visit Pagan. His hands aren't on the sticks. I say fake. I'm not sure where he's going with this. Sorensu, what's up, man? Bebop. Getting inside acrobatics, huh? I've seen some weird animations when you get inside of a prospector, too. Like, really weird ones. What's up, Adam? Yeah, you gotta watch out for invisible asteroids. You gotta watch out for those. He's gone plaid! I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do. Oh, maybe I don't know what he's gonna do. Guys, did you guys see the new prices for ships? A2 is gonna be like 30-something million. The M2 is gonna be like 30-something million. And then the C2 is like 15 or 18 million. Make all the good ones really expensive, right? I thought he was gonna blow him up or ram him. What's up, Backspacer? Yeah, 45 mil? Yeah, 45 mil. I knew they were all going super, super, super expensive. Aurora's a good starting ship, but I would... If people were willing to spend a little bit more money on a starter ship, I would recommend the Titan over the Aurora. And even then, I'd probably go Titan over the Aurora. If you're going to spend the 30 extra bucks, I would go like that. Yeah, I saw that, Shirensu. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy expensive in the next patch. It flies like a shoebox, but okay. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. That's Citizen Bob. I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm also gonna like it. So here you go. Here you guys go. Go visit him. I like his stuff. I'm not okay. So my thing is with the prices is I'm okay with the prices going up, but the prices don't. I mean, I guess if you're gonna grind out and get a vulture and then a reclaimer, then it's not really that big of a deal because you can make. I'm getting reports saying that instead of making like 10 million every hour and a half ish in a reclaimer, you're gonna make 5 million. So it's not really that big of a deal. And if you're pirating, the most lucrative targets right now are targets carrying RMC or CMC, and yeah, you're gonna make millions upon millions upon millions. it's not really going to change much. But I will say there's more than likely, very more than likely, a full wipe coming with 3.23. Just with everything they got going on, I really see that becoming a thing. Yeah, the cutter's not that bad of a starter ship too. I don't think you can put a rock in it, although that's not really that big of a deal. Cuddy Black is good, but the shield hole in it right now is really holding me back from recommending a ship that's $110 to new players. I would go Titan for best starting ship right now. You can bounty hunt up to it depending on your skill level, all the way up to pretty high. You can run limited. You can run box missions. You can do bunkers in it. If you're good at it, PvP. It's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good ship. The Titan overall. That size 4 is really nice on the front. That too, Cosmic. I would rather see the prices, maybe go up a little bit, but not too astronomically. You're gonna see a lot of e-bagging going on in the first month or so. You're gonna see a lot of e-bagging going on. I guarantee you. You're gonna be e-baggers everywhere in Star Citizen for a while. I don't like seeing it, and I don't generally help those people out. Every once in a while I will, but I don't ever I just don't. I used to. I just don't do it anymore. I made a little over or a little under 500 million from the last wipe till a couple of months ago, and I bought probably 30 reclaimers in a week for people, and then people that I knew, I bought them reclaimers. I gave out tons of money. One night on stream, I said the first person that finds me in where was I at? Orison, and does a dance, I'll give them like 100 million. So I did that. It's I don't know. I got bored with having that much money, and I probably should have bought like multiples of other ships. But I just didn't. I got what I needed, and that was that. I had fun, but once you get that much, and I still have like 30 million left. No, I spent a lot of it when I was re-upgrading stuff. What's up, Mason? Who the hell is pirating? Shame. You gotta ring the bell, dude. You gotta do it like this. You gotta do it like that. Shame. Oh yeah, easily, Shirensu. Easily. I mean, easily. I guarantee you guys have that much, which makes me scratch my head when I see Mongrel Squad put up like, we hit $1 billion. Like, what have you been doing this long? And I'm not trying to be like, oh, Mongrel Squad sucks. I'm just saying, like, what have you been doing? Because like money is falling out of the sky if you're pirating. Like it is fully falling out of the sky. Like I don't understand like how they're just hitting $1 billion now. Maybe I misread it and it's $1 trillion, but like if a squad of us 5 to 6 can make and split between each other to the point where some of us have 500 million, like why is it taking you guys that long? Like I don't get it. I really don't. Good job, Twitch or Cosmic. Good job. The cut. What cut? The cut? Yeah, but even then, like Blackjack and his crew, there's 15 to 20 people on every night, and they are when it's a busy night, they're making money hand over fist. Like, and like I said, they have 15, 20 guys on every night. If you watch Blackjack stream, which by the way, I'll put that up. They are raking in money when they get their hits. They are absolutely smashing it money wise. But yeah. All right, let's get on to another video. We're gonna do two more Star Citizen videos back to back. They're gonna be shorter, and then we're gonna do a couple of non-Star Citizen. So we'll see what's going on. This is Commerl. CitizenCon tickets are on sale.
Hello.
So here's the thing that really bothers me. Now I understand that game development, some things get delayed, they get pushed back, etc., etc. But I implore you to go watch the last half an hour, 45 minutes of SitCon 2953 or 2023, however you want to do it, and then see where they're at right now. And in my opinion, we as backers and players of the game need to start really asking some tough questions of them, because they made it sound like 6 months ago that most of this stuff was just in need of some cleanup and some polish, and they were going to start rolling it out. We are now 6 months from the last. We're 6 months out from the last SitCon, and we don't have anything from that SitCon in. And yeah, some people can say that, oh well, that's being worked on. It's going to come out, but if it comes out when I think it's going to come out, we'll be midway into quarter 2. There was no quarter 1. But questions need to start being asked. If they moved all of their development from Squadron 42 to the PU, then this stuff should be a lot further along than it is right now. And it's not. And that to me is concerning. And people will tell me that I'm wrong, but the more this stuff gets backed up, the more important stuff gets backed up, like server meshing, like Pyro. And I know server meshing was promised to come out in 2017 and Pyro was promised to come out in 2019. I get it. But the longer this goes on and they're more tech complete and feature complete and in the polishing stage, the more delays like this happen, the further it's going to be out. And I would not be surprised if come very close to CitizenCon, we're talking about how Pyro and server meshing are not going to make it this year again for the 6th year in a row. And this needs to stop. And the the funding model, I get it, I understand it, I'm not going to argue it. But the thing that really bothers me is CIG themselves, they don't need to say shit. They don't need to say shit. They delay something, or they don't even say that they're going to delay something. The community itself moves the goalposts for them. Not CIG, not Chris Roberts, none of that. It's something starts getting delayed or isn't in a patch and CIG hasn't said anything about it. The community will push it back for them. And it's really crazy. Buck, what's up, dude? Once the engine can be sold, we'll get SC or licensed, rather. I don't know how that will work, Backspacer, because I know there was a lawsuit with CryEngine, and I don't know exactly how that all worked out. But so CryEngine sued CIG. CIG now uses Lumberyard, which is basically CryEngine Plus, and then they've super modified it from there. So I don't know if legally they'll be able to license it or sell it. They might be able to, but I'm not sure how that would all work and who would get money for that. I really am not sure. I hope. I've long said that SitCon is a commercial for Star Engine, but I really don't know how they are going to pull that off. I really don't. I don't. But as I was saying before I went on that long-winded rant, the thing that bothers me about all of this is that tickets are on sale for SitCon 2024, and yet we haven't received a single thing from SitCon 2023. So yeah, let's see what Kamerl has to say.
Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something quite interesting. This was on Reddit, Star Citizen refunds. Yes, I know, but still this doesn't mean it's wrong or it's not correct. Of course, I cannot check if this is what actually happens to him, but it sounds to me very believable, and I want to make this video to bring some attention to this. Maybe
age restriction from 13 to 18.
We are now at $678,823,000 raised for Star.
You want to know what's crazy about this? This number right here, the 5.143 million. This is all, half of them, CIG has come out and say it, half of them are alt accounts. So we really only have half this number. So I wish this number was bigger, because then we'd be becoming more and more, or less and less of a niche game and more popular. And, you know, as much as I hate to say it, more money would flow in and maybe they would speed shit up, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Citizen. Mr. Roots Corner bought 2 Citizen tickets
Cosmic,
from Manchester.
Yeah, you've been running around like that all the time, like
and after
with
he
4
bought them,
main
he
weapons.
found
That's
out
crazy.
that CIG raised the age from 13 to 18.
That's true,
I
Jim.
bought non-refundable plane tickets and
Star
hotel
Shoilet,
just after
Star
getting
Clothes,
the tickets and just before
Star Booty, Star Hair, Star Jiggle Physics, Star Dangle Physics.
finding out about the age restriction. And now I was just denied a refund of the CitizenCon tickets also. Who else bought tickets and tried to get a refund? Did you get one or not? I don't see any malice in this comment. He just wants to know if there's a solution, if someone else has this problem. And of course, yes, there has a solution. CRG could just give him a refund. And here we have some comments. For example, why not just do a chargeback? But this can get you in trouble with CRG. Maybe you lose your account. I wouldn't risk this. If you do this, CRG will most likely ban your account. I don't know if CRG will most likely do it, but there is a good chance. And I find this very interesting. Voter Geek, when was the age restriction?
Now, Backspace, I saw your comment. I agree with it, but I'm going to do this. Actually, you're wrong, because server meshing isn't in yet and Pyro's not in yet, so it's not fully a complete game yet. You just don't understand the way game development works. Okay, back to normal.
Restriction changed. Was it ever at 13 before? Roots Corner replied it was 13 in the FAQ for weeks until they changed it about an hour before sales started. No big announcement, just a reply to their own post with a few lines that it was changed to 18. Of course.
I don't understand why it's being raised to 18. They're not really, nothing in this game is really like adult. Like even the swear words that are in this by the AI, it would be more TV or TV, you know, E14 or T for teen or whatever. Space. Yes, please. We need space boobies. We need space boobies with jiggle physics. But I don't understand why they're making it 18. And even the cosplay that they do. What's up, Rhino? Even the cosplay that they do is very, very tame. So I don't know why they're raising the age to 18. I mean, it's not my gig. I'm not going to go to Manchester. I didn't even want to go to LA when it was in LA for a couple of reasons. One, it's expensive. Two, the tickets were expensive. I don't know. Like, it's not that. I don't know. I don't understand why they raised it to 18. But even if they served alcohol, oh yeah, it's not in the United States. So alcohol's 21. I'm not sure. Mace, what's up? I'm not sure about the UK. I would have to ask somebody from the UK what their age limits are on alcohol. But even then, you just ask them for their ID before you serve them. So not really that big of a deal.
We could have checked, but to be honest, I didn't check. So I don't think this was the fault of Mr. Root's corner. No one is reading page after page to see if anything has changed. And someone asked, 6 days ago, you made a post saying you are getting your refund.
Probably,
Adam,
Adam,
to you.
probably.
I'm guessing they denied that in the end. And he replied, yes, I did. First, I sent a DM
18 to
one
drink.
of the CRG employees, but was ignored. Then sent one more to the
No,
same, but
just
still
ask him for an
ignored.
ID.
Okay,
It's not
I
that-
can
it's not
totally
that hard.
understand this. Let's say you're sending a DM to Bayor. He's getting like hundreds a day. He cannot reply to each DM. So I sent a request and was denied. CRG has a refund policy for board ships. I think it's 4 weeks. Why not have a refund policy for tickets too? And if you're changing your FAQ, if you're changing the minimum age to 18 1 hour before ticket sale starts, this doesn't look good. Again, I'm making this video to get some attention to this.
Grizz,
I
what's
hope
up?
that CRG will
16
give him a
and
full
years
refund.
and up can
Please,
order a
Chris,
beer and
please,
wine
CRG, give
at
him
restaurants
a
in the
refund.
UK.
Let me know what you think in the comments below, and see you next time.
Yeah, exactly,
Bye.
Sharensu, who should be...
Auf Wiedersehen.
So this wasn't even that big of a deal. Look, CIG, if you're 13 and you bought tickets to go to SitCon, you should be able to get a refund. You should just say, look, I'm 13. I didn't know that it was 18. Can I please get my money back? And customer service should have no problem refunding you that money back. You didn't know. You didn't know. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. And how many people are going to hit up the Chris Roberts self-help line and say, hey, I'm 13, I want a refund? Not many, because most of the people that are going to this, we all know the average age bracket for Star Citizen players is 30 to 55. So most people are not going to be calling and saying they need a refund because they're 13 years old. They're going to go to WhaleCon 2024 and they're going to have a good time. I refuse to go. I just won't. Even if it was in the capital of South Carolina, which is a 35-minute drive for me, I still am not going to go. I will not go. Uh-oh.
And now I see you walking on the spot. Again, walking
Desync.
on the spot.
Desync. 30K?
You're walking on the spot.
30K?
Okay, we have these things. And now I see your marker 45 meters in front of me.
That's true.
Peter. Okay, I'll just try to follow you. Maybe we can see them.
I know.
You are again.
I got like
walking
15
on the
years.
spot on my screen, and
No,
now I
12
see you
years. 12
teleporting
years.
70 meters. Hey, you're still.
Thanks, Kamerl. I'll share this with you guys. You guys do with it as you may. I didn't really think that was it's a P dance. I didn't really think that was that big of a deal. You know, the guy's 13 years old. Contact customer support, and I'm sure they'll get you your refund. Why you're DMing Dev about it, I don't know. That's pretty silly. I agree with I think that was Jay or Sharensu that said that. I wouldn't be trying to get a hold of them. Like they're not going to do anything for you. They can't do anything. All right. We're going to do a couple of non-Star Citizen videos, and then we'll be back to Star Citizen here in just a... Oh, wait, no, I got one more. This is Wicked Wookie. You know, most of you guys know Wicked Wookie from his scooter stuff, but I saw this, and it was also sent to me in the DMs, the Discord, and I thought we should watch this. I think this is a really good idea, and it's something that when I invest in a new desk and everything else that I plan on investing in, that this would be a good idea for me to do. But yeah, take a look at this. I think it's really cool, and maybe something that you guys can do to your desks. Damer, go visit Scooter. Tell him Scooter sent you.
All right, what's going on, everybody?
Get mounted, that's right.
I'm going to give y'all behind-the-scenes look
After this
at
video,
my
I'm gonna need
Star
more coffee.
Citizen Command Center. All right, so the desk is a 5-foot-long butcher block from the Home Depot, mounted on adjustable legs from the Amazon. And I built the PC out of a fractal torrent case because, well, Gamers Nexus didn't hate it. The CPU is an i7
That's great.
12700. The GPU is an Asus.
Not yet,
4090.
Jim. Not yet.
I
We got a little
haven't
ways to
passed up
go.
on getting a new lawnmower.
I hope you.
So, I'm hoping that maybe after this summer. So I plan on getting a desk, a PC, and everything. Hopefully next springish, summerish, and I'm also hoping that by that time my kids are a little too old to be playing with giant Barbie doll houses and the Barbie doll Corvettes and all of that, and I can turn what's their playroom into my office. But we'll the chair and new monitor I am ordering next Tuesday. Next Tuesday I will be ordering them, and they will be it should be a week out after that. And that new chair, I cannot wait because my ass hurts sitting on this chair.
I hope you like what I did to y'all lawnmower.
My main monitor
Yeah,
is
I got
Samsung
a clamp like that too,
Neo
Shrensu.
GA, and man, if you do have a heavy hitter PC that can push 4K and you need a monitor, man, this sucker is fan-god-dang-tastic.
JT!
And right here, we got my Tobii eye tracker mounted on a custom metal plate. Definitely not part of a recliner arm. All
Arcane,
right,
what's
this
up?
is my linear guide rail system I kind of cobbled together. And everything I got is from Amazon, and it's around $100, and that will do both sides. And literally, you just mount these underneath your desk. You put a caster wheel on the back side of that aluminum
Oh, that's cool.
plate.
That's nice.
You put some shims right there for the wheel to lock itself into place. And that's it. It's $100 for both sides. And I'll have links to everything down below.
That's nice.
Now, I know Predator Mount also makes a linear guide rail system. But from what I see, it's about $90 per side. So it's going to be over $180 for both sides. So if every dollar matters for you and you want sliding stick
Nice,
system,
Rhino. Nice.
this might be an option for you.
It's good to see you too,
All
man.
right, guys,
How you
thanks for
doing,
watching
Arcane?
the video. Hopefully it was helpful to whether you want to.
So yeah, I will definitely share this. If this is something that you want to do like that, this is something that you want to do, you know, go and check out this video and see his links. They're all good links. I've already checked his links. They're all good. They're all good to go. So if that's something you're interested in doing, there you go. Yeah, I like stuff like this. Keeps you from having, like, the mounts that I have for my joysticks, they were $30 each. I bought them in a package deal, and they were on sale, so it was like $50, and they're a little bit big and a little they're a little bit big, but they're adjustable and they got a lever clamp, so I can just unclamp it and move it. I would like the linear guide things. I think that would be really cool, but yeah, but yeah, this is they work for me. They're solid. They don't move. My joysticks, I've pulled my desk at me a couple of times when I've gotten really crazy into the flying and PvPing and stuff, but I caught my desk in time, so everything didn't fall on me. But yeah, it's like I said, for the $50 I paid for these mounts, they're pretty good. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do 2 non-Star Citizen videos real quick, but before we do that, I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna put you guys in a be right back screen. I need more coffee. I like quick release mounts clamped with quick everything rail conversion chair and more. Not too happy about it though. Yeah, there's a few other ones, and I was thinking about doing it, and then I was like, nah, it'll take up way too much room and my little space that I have. I wanted to get the chair mounts for my sticks, but I wasn't gonna pay the like $300 for it. Yeah, it looks cool. It would have been awesome, and then I would have put like what do you call it? I would have put like LEDs on them and stuff like that, but nah. It was too much money. But anyways, I am going to be right back. I need coffee. Be right back, gentlemen. Besides, this is JT's favorite screen. I'm back. So if anybody subs or follows or anything like that, if I don't say thank you, Stream Elements has been really bad with giving those alerts, and sometimes I don't even find out until 2 hours later when Stream Elements and Twitch send me, hey, here's your review of your stream or whatever. So I don't usually find out about that stuff until much later. So if you subbed or followed on Twitch or YouTube, thank you. I won't be able to directly shout you out. I don't know why Stream Elements is failing. I've tried it several times, but you know, Stream Elements sometimes does its own thing. I saw what you said, Rhino, about sticks for one game. I get it if Star Citizen's the only game you play that has sticks, but for me personally, I have other games that I don't always I don't play them on stream. I don't think people would generally find them interesting, but I have other games that I can use my sticks for, and it works. Some of them, and the mod doesn't work anymore. I have to re-download a newer version of it. But for like MechWarrior 5, I had a mod set up so that I could use both sticks, and it was pretty slick. I gotta say, made it a lot more, dare I say, immersive to play. Ramon, what's up, dude? I'm doing good today, man. How are you? Man, we got a lot of people in here today. I appreciate you all coming to visit me on this fine Tuesday morning. And remember, make sure you got a nice hot cup of coffee with you this morning, or tea, or whatever it is that you whatever it is that you drink and enjoy. But enjoy yourself today. Something sorry to get all philosophical. Something that I do have coffee cups. Backspacer, are you Backspace on YouTube? Or are you just a Backspacer because that's funny from You sure am. Oh, well, thanks. I'm so glad you're here, man. I'm so glad you're here. I've been enjoying your stuff quietly from the sidelines. I don't think I've seen anything from you recently, but I always watch all your stuff, man. I definitely do. All right. Non-Star Citizen. Non-Star Citizen, real quick. Where did it go? Blah, 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 blah. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. So this game, I'm going to start it and then stop it real quick. So this is level cap. This game, I was going to watch the Stoda one, but since Jim or Cosmic put this up in the React, I'll go with the level cap one. A hoodie. Wait, you got merch too, Backspace? Really? Yeah, 30Ks are the new thing, Ramoyne. I was watching some guys play yesterday, and they had the replication layer on. They even went and checked it. It's on, but they're still 30Ks. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't. As I was saying, I'm not trying to sound the alarms and put everybody in a panic. Just be prepared when 323 goes live that it's probably not going to go smooth. But just be prepared that we could have a lot of technical issues with it, where either we're getting error server, whatever it says, or a lot of 30Ks. And I have a feeling that the first couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of growing pains with the replication layer once it hits live. I do think that as much as I'm not a fan of 3.23, I think other people are. And I think we're going to get a swarm of people coming back in to Star Citizen to try out 3.23 and master modes and all of that stuff. You know, all the people that sit on the sidelines and wait for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patches before they come back in. I think we're going to see another massive influx of those people that have been waiting, and it's going to cause some serious issues within the server. So just be prepared that the first couple of weeks to a month of 3.23 might be really, really, really rough. So just be aware. Yeah, exactly, Shrensu. That's cool, Brian. I'm glad I mean Cosmic. You're not Brian here, you're Cosmic. But yeah, I saw Marcus had a couple yesterday. I cannot remember the streamer's name. I watched him for like 2 hours, and he had 230Ks, and then both of those guys had their ships randomly explode on them at least twice. So it'll be, we'll see what happens. So I know most of you guys are Star Citizen guys, but I like to share other games other than Star Citizen. You know, I know there's one game and one game to rule them all, and that is Star Citizen. But I do enjoy other games, and as I said, I try to share them here on stream, whether I'm playing them or we're watching something else. But I've been watching this game for a long while, and I am excited for this. This game was done in all Unreal 5. People are calling it the Tarkov killer. I don't think it's going to kill Tarkov. People are calling it a Tarkov clone. It does some things that Tarkov does, but I don't think that this is going to be remotely that close to Tarkov.
Hey guys, Level Cap here, and today I want to talk about playing Gray Zone Warfare for about 4 to 5 hours with a group of friends. This game has really blown me away from a visual standpoint.
Yes, this is the Gray Zone Warfare.
It's basically an extraction shooter on
it looks amazing.
Massive jungle island where you get dropped into LZs with helicopters, you go on missions, you extract content, you place tracking beacons, you can fight other players, you can fight lots of NPCs. It's a really impressive and ambitious game, and today I want to just give you my entire impressions on the experience. Now currently the playtest is an invite-only situation where the devs have, I think, mostly invited press and content creators out to try out the game and sort of promote it and whatnot. And this is actually my second impressions. I did get to play the game a little while back, and I was impressed with it then.
Water
but the
looks good
performance
in
was
this
not
game.
good. It was very janky and inconsistent. This time around,
the other thing that I like in this game, because I was watching him and Stoda and Westy play this, is that the jungle ambient sound is extremely loud. And some people were complaining that it was too loud. I think it is loud enough that it actually distracts you and keeps you from hearing stuff, because the jungle is not a quiet place, and I don't think it should be a quiet place. It should only get quiet when there's gun blasts going off, because that's when the animals leave, because they get scared. So I really think this this game has some promising things in it, and I really like it.
And the performance was very impressive. There were a few little drops here and there where the frame rate would drop down to 50 or 60, but I was playing at 4K resolution on a mixture of medium and high settings, and I was getting like 130 to 140 FPS a good chunk of the time. It was very impressive from an FPS perspective. Now, I was running DLSS 3 with frame generation on, so that helps a huge amount if you have one of the NVIDIA cards that can do that. But nonetheless, for the visuals of this game, I couldn't believe it was running as smoothly as it was. And you know what? I think that's a pretty good spot to start off with this game, is just the visuals in general. The visuals of this game will make you do a double take. Most of the screenshots look like they're promo, pre-rendered things. It doesn't look like gameplay almost, because who would render out a giant, massive, endless jungle that looks incredible and still have it be performant? Well, somehow these guys have figured it out. They have their own custom foliage system that can render trees, grass, bushes, and it does shadows at range, which is a huge thing in these types of games, because what a lot of games do is they have to cull the shadows. They have to turn off the shadows in the distance because it's just too expensive on your GPUs when you're trying to render out a full scene. Somehow they figured out how to keep the shadows there, and what that allows you to do is hide in the shadows at distance and basically blend into the environment. It's very hard to see players or AI in this game if they're not moving. Basically, you have to wait till somebody moves around or
See, and I think this, look, I'm not a developer. I'm not a tech guy. I don't do any of this stuff. I'm just making observations and opinions. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. People can correct me and whatnot. But I think the reason why this game looks so good is because they're using the newest, the latest, and the greatest engine, whereas a game like Star Citizen is using a modded engine based off of an engine that's now pushing 22 years old. So I think that could be a reason. And I also think that one of the reasons why this game is moving so quickly in progression is, unlike a game like Star Citizen, we're not going to talk about scope and scale and all that other stuff. I have a feeling that these guys aren't having to stop and make tools to make the game to then have to go back and make tools to then make the game. So I think that this is why you use the engine. This is why I think game engine choice is such a thing. It's such a big deal. So yeah, that is huge in a game like that. Turning graphics settings down or lowering LOD distance on shadows is how you can easily find snipers in most games. Yeah, this game, I was very impressed. Like I said, I've watched a couple of live streams of this. I've watched a couple of videos. I stayed away from this one so I could do a blind react to it. But I really have been impressed with what I've seen and heard in this game.
Shoots a gun and then locate them, which is pretty crazy. The foliage system also reacts to wind, and
for
even
yourself,
when
you don't get to share
bullets
profits.
pass through bushes and
Yeah.
stuff. You'll see the bush shake a little bit if like a bullet hits one of the branches in that bush. Beyond the foliage, which is probably the highlight of the visuals for this game, the character models are also really fantastic, and the animations for them look incredible. I think that's something that I started to figure out as I was playing.
Man,
Why
look at
does
that
this game
stash.
feel so immersive, so real? Part of it is that the characters just move around in very militaristic, realistic ways. Their animations aren't weird and exaggerated. They all look like they're just a group of
there's a Mosin.
trained operatives moving through the bush, and it's pretty dope. There aren't a lot of things that pull you out of the experience and go, hey, this is a game, just in case you...
I think the one issue I have with this game that I've seen so far is they're a little too straight up and down when they're moving. So that's my only complaint. My only complaint so far.
You forgot. Now, one of the other really cool change-ups
Nice,
that Gray's Inn
Adam,
makes to,
nice.
say, a traditional extraction shooter is that the servers are...
This is a Ramon, this is an extraction shooter. It's team-based, squads of 4, up to, I believe, it's either 4 or 6 squads can be on the map. And what really made my interest go up is that after you extract off of the map is persistent. It still keeps going, even if you are off the map or logged out of the game. And when you come back in, that village that you went by where there was like 15 bad guys in it and a couple of civilians, I don't know, when you come back by, if another squad after you logged off took that village out, it's like those guys aren't going to respawn there. Now, I do not know, I haven't gotten that in depth with following this game. I don't know if there's going to be a hard reset on the island every once in a while. I don't know how that's going to work, but the developer said you can PvP. Oh yeah, it's PvE PvP, Ramon. It's PvE PvP. You can PvP, but they said it would probably work more to your advantage the closer you get to the center of the map to work with those other squads as a team and not immediately try to wipe them, because the NPCs, the way they act, the way they react, the way their difficulty is set is that towards the center of the island, things are going to get a lot harder as you move into the center. And yeah, it's like an MMO PvP type game. Like, there will be multiple squads on the map and you can choose to fight against them, but depending on what you're doing, you may it's 4, as far as I know, it's squads of 4 max, up to, it's either 4 or 6 squads on a map. So 16 to 24 players, somewhere in that area. And then just like Tarkov, it is you have like your hideout and your traders and equipment that you can buy, and yeah, it's very in depth, and it sounds like it's going to be a really good game. Well, it looks and sounds like it's going to be a really good game. Sorry, I'm getting some texts here. Okay. Nothing
Persistent.
important.
There isn't a server that's spun up just to play a match and then the.
Well, if you look up MMO definition, it just says a large amount of players. It doesn't actually say how much constitutes a large amount of players. So, like, you got to remember, like, Diablo 2 20 years ago was an MMO, even though you can only play with 8 players. So, anything that's on, I mean, and MMOs are, I don't know, I think the term is so limiting, or excuse me, so overused and limiting in what we feel a MMO really is.
Match ends and then the server closes down or cycles to a new match after that. The level is just going to be there and people will join and leave at any time throughout the match. So there isn't like a countdown timer for any of this stuff. You could join a server, go out into
Zombies
a city,
everywhere.
and there could already be a bunch
I
of
don't know
squads
about
out there already
zombies
operating. And it adds
in this
this
game.
real
I think they're
sense
trying to
of
go
presence
for
to
a
the world.
realism
You can
type
move
thing.
as quickly or slowly as you want in many situations, which again is very realistic. If you want to just sit on the side of a road and scat out a location for 5-10 minutes, you can do that and not have to worry about some circle closing down or some timer running out. Now, because the map in this game
That'd be
is
funny, Ramon.
absolutely massive, and it doesn't seem like they have plans for drivable vehicles at any point in the future, one of the ways to help you get around a little bit quicker is with these little bird helicopters that'll take you out to LZs, landing zones. And you have a few LZs right around your main base when you start, but as you go out and explore the world, you will then discover new LZs, which you then basically have saved. And you can use those to get back to those locations at any other point, and you can use them as pickup locations too. So it's very cool. It helps you move around
Battlefield
the map,
3
but
was
you're
pretty
still
good.
pretty slow. So
I liked
if
Battlefield
somebody says,
3,
hey, come to city or
4.
whatever, and you're in the middle of a rice.
I was a big fan of Battlefield 3, 4, 2142, not to be confused with 2042, but 2142. Battlefield Vietnam was, it was hit or miss. I really enjoyed Battlefield 1, and that's about where I gave up on the series, was Battlefield 1. But Battlefield 3 and 4 are probably like top tier god level. Battlefield 2142 is maybe not as top tier as those two games were, but fun factor, I give it an 11 out of 10. But 2142 was one of my favorite games, Battlefield games of all time. And then Battlefield 1 was a lot of fun. I also had no kids and stuff for the first 2 years that game was out, so damn, I had a lot of fun. Bad Company 2, one of them was really good. But yeah, huge fan of that. They might, Ramoyne, they might. Yeah, the little birds are NPCs.
Patty
They just take you
somewhere.
from one
It
LZ
could
to
take
another
you 10,
LZ.
15 minutes, maybe longer to get somewhere. There's also
Scope's
a
nice
robust
and clean.
stamina, food, and drink system, along with healing system, where you need lots of different types of medical supplies to treat different wounds and injuries.
The one thing I will say about Tarkov, love it or hate it, I really think Star Citizen could do to take from their medical gameplay and their insurance system. I think there could be a lot done with those two systems because, let's face it, guys, the medical system in Star Citizen is nearly garbage level. Match colored thing to injury and click a button and you're back. or get medical gun and everything is taken care of. Oh crap, you have a tier 2 or a tier 1. Guess we got to take you to a hospital. I don't like the medical system in Star Citizen. It's just bleh. Med pen. Oh, I have this thing wrong with me. Purple med pen. Oh, I need more oxygen. Blue med pen for oxygen. Like it's just kind of no, JT, I don't think so. I'm not a fan of the medical system, and I think the insurance, if they did insurance like they did in Tarkov on like ships for Star Citizen, I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know exactly how they would all implement it, but I think it would be really cool to do that sort of thing in Star Citizen.
The stamina system will slow you down as well when you're traversing between locations.
Same with your gear,
you can't
too.
Just sprint the whole time. And it's both cool and annoying depending on how you look at it. The cool side of it is that you'll just be kind of walking at a normal pace with a bunch of friends through some rice paddies, kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah, but if you watch guys that don't Photoshop stuff like Voidy and Greasy Khaleesi, like the scope glint is ridiculous. Like absolutely ridiculous. There should be no reason for scope glint at night through 4 bushes and a rock. It's like looking at a flashlight in the distance. And I hated scope glint in all the Battlefield games. I thought it was stupid. Once I moved away from using scopes in Battlefield and only use iron sights on my sniper rifles, all I would do is judge the distance, wait for the scope glint, aim at the scope glint, pull the trigger, and bang, auto headshot. It was so cheesy and stupid, and I felt bad for anybody using a scope or not understanding that even just quick ADSing is like a strobe light in the distance. It's ridiculous. That's true, Backspace. That's true, Backspace.
It just feels really authentic, like you're actually in the environment.
That's not their plan.
The downside is that when you have to get somewhere
really
quickly,
hell-bent on
or
having it in
somebody's
there.
waiting on you to get there, and you're like fighting your
I hope it gets
stamina and
removed.
being
Don't get me
I'll
wrong.
be right there, guys. Sorry,
it.
I just gotta like slow down for a second. My character's panting.
Oh yeah, for sure, Rhino,
then
for
it
sure.
Feels a little tiresome.
That's how I. So people ask me all the time when I bring up, "Hey, I solo JT all the time." Not JT in chat, but Jumptown. I solo Jumptown all the time, and they're like, "Oh, you can't even get near it." And it's like, well, think outside the box. We have a lot of tools at our disposal that are not used in Star Citizen, and it can be done. So what I do is I take a small ship and I put like a tumbler in it. All right. I fly towards JT, and once I get in to like 50 kilometers, I turn off my shields. I turn off everything except for my what's needed in my ship. So now my IR and my EM are rock bottom, and then I get to about 15 to 20 kilometers, depending on it. Sapphire, what's up? I didn't hear it say nerds. I didn't hear it say nerds at all. Why is it not playing it? Seth, what's up? Why is this not working? No! There it goes.
Tuna.
No crust.
No crust.
I might have to turn up some of these. But yeah, I glide in, land, take out my tumbler, drive it until I'm about 2K, 1.5, 2K, because it's got a 500 meter detect range. Then I get out and I run the rest of the way, and I usually have a sniper rifle and or railgun, and I'll shoot a guy, get up, run to another area, shoot another guy, run, get to another area, and I'll just keep doing that over and over and over again. Because then they can't find you. I've had people looking for me all the time. All the time. Why is StreamerBot sucks?
Feel like they could use a little bit of balance there, but it is pretty cool. Now, something that everybody in the party was noticing was that the in-game comms sound incredible. So it felt like it was Discord or better level quality, which is really great, especially if you're playing with players who have a decent microphone setup. They don't have dogs barking and weird stuff going on in the background.
I just got affiliate
really
like
good.
2 weeks ago.
They also
Saf.
have a time limit
it's
system
been awesome.
in there for how much you can use the comms to avoid spamming.
Like, so I don't know who was behind it. I really don't, and I wish I could say thank you, but I started talking about almost getting affiliate, and for whatever reason, all these people started coming to Twitch, and I was averaging 5 and 6 viewers a session. And over the span of like 2 weeks, only streaming 2 and 3 times, like 2 times a week, I was able to finally get it. I've been after affiliate on Twitch for like a year, and I was finally able to get it. So to all of you guys that joined on Twitch and helped out with that, I really appreciate all of you guys. I think it was Pagan, Jim. I really do. Pagan and Carly, I think, is who was behind it. So, but I thank you to all of you guys.
This is both cool and bad. I could see it being good for matchmaking with randoms where you just don't want somebody to
smells like
your
a pagan
ear off about something.
Smells
or
like
annoy
tuna.
You. But when you're
Drink the
playing
tuna
with
juice.
friends, it seems like an unnecessary restriction. And multiple times when they were using the in-game comms and somebody was trying to describe something or explain something,
I think it was Cat
they
and
would
Pagan
get cut
together
off before they could finish. So it would be nice to
really
have that as an option.
I think it was the
for
both of
maybe
them because
squads of people. On
like
your
I said, I
friends
had
list
six
wouldn't have
6 to 8
communication
people at
restrictions,
times in
or
my
maybe you just hop on a Discord at that
Twitch
point.
stream.
Now the weapon
I think it
models
was
in game
them.
also look really great.
They could have been.
Sound great. It's fairly easy to recognize the different weapons at distance. We were running into a couple of issues where sounds didn't play at certain distances. It felt like maybe some of the sound culling was a little aggressive. So if somebody was, say, 400 or 500 meters away, you might not actually hear the sound of their weapon in the distance. I'm not sure if this is by design or they're still tweaking it, but there was a few situations where players in the squad were calling out shots that they
were
heard,
conspiring,
and other people in the party couldn't hear them because we were like, I don't know, 50 meters behind them, and it's like, it doesn't seem like that sound should have dissipated over 50
No, Twitch
meters.
guy doesn't
so
count.
There's a little bit of sound stuff going on, but nothing that doesn't.
You guys want a quick story? So when I first discovered that you can dual stream on YouTube and Twitch, I did it. I jumped at it and figured out how to do it. Shout out to Marcus and Canop for showing me how to do it. And nobody was watching me on Twitch for like the first 5-6 weeks, right? I always had a viewer count of 1 going, like all the time. And I'd be playing or doing reacts like I am now, and I'd say, hey, that viewer on Twitch, what, you can join the conversation. It's okay, we're pretty cool here, even if you disagree with what we're saying, jump into the conversation. It's great, come on in. And this went on, and this was when I was streaming 5 to 6 days a week, every week. For 5-6 weeks, I was doing this. Oh, that one viewer on Twitch, it's totally fine. You can jump in here, have a disagreement with us. We're cool like that, just say hi, and every day I did this. And then I realized, and I said it on stream too, which I probably shouldn't have, because JT and Mason have never let me live it down. I was like, hey, guys, I realized who that one Twitch viewer is. And they're like, who is that? I'm like, it's me. I'm the Twitch viewer. And they have never let me live that down since then. So if you ever hear us talking about Twitch guy is me, and Twitch guy is Twitch guy was my only viewer for a very long time. But I was thinking about making Twitch guy t-shirts, but JT and them were like, you may not want to, because not many people know who Twitch guy is. But, Twitch guy is into some things, I'm just letting you know. Twitch guy is into some things. That's right. Twitch guy is dedicated to my fandom. I am my biggest fan, I guess.
Seemed like it could be easily tweakable. Now, I want to get a little bit deeper into some criticisms and feedback for the game, but I do want to reiterate that overall, I am incredibly impressed with Gray Zone Warfare. I think it's innovating the extraction shooter in really cool, meaningful ways. I think a lot of people are going to want to play this at launch. The longevity of the game, though, is something that, well, we'll have to wait and see. Currently, the mission system in the game is
I was making videos for me.
It's a little bit clunky. It's mostly go in, grab an item, extract with that item, or place a tracker somewhere.
So it's Tarkov.
And it's got some clunkiness to it where if you join a party and you're all working on this.
So, yes. Okay. So what I do, because I have limited screen space, okay, I keep my big screen over here with Discord and OBS, so I can keep track of what's going on there, right? Which, by the way, I forgot to open up my Discord after I opened up everything. Because sometimes people will put, reacts and whatnot in Discord for me while I'm streaming. But that aside, so that side is Discord OBS. The middle screen as well, it's got all the goodies on it, right? What I'm streaming, the YouTube stuff and all that. And then I have a small, like 30-year-old monitor. It's not really that old, but it's one of the old flat screen LCDs from way back in the day. And it's small. It's a 1024 by 1024. So it's small. And I keep YouTube on the top and Twitch on the bottom. But it's so small that if I go into streamer mode on Twitch to view all the statistics and all that other stuff, I can't look at the chat. And so I'm just on the channel watching the chat. So it counts me as a viewer while I'm in regular channel mode, but it doesn't actually count me as a viewer statistic wise. So that's where I was getting confused back in the day, because I was on Twitch watching the chat of nobody chatting, and I thought, oh, there's somebody there. Oh, how sweet of you. Yeah, I was using a laptop back then. I was using a laptop. Back then I had my main screen, and then I had a laptop like right here. You can't probably see me, but it was like right here. I had a laptop on the desk, and I was using the laptop to monitor Twitch and YouTube. And then, I got a better job and I was able to get a monitor, and yeah. It still counts me as a viewer, even though I have it on the same PC, just on a different screen. So like it counts me as a viewer watching, but when I look at the statistics at the end of the stream, it doesn't count me as the viewer. So
same mission, everybody has to pick up the exact same item and take that exact same item back. There's just some quality of life design clunkiness.
It's like I said, it's like Tarkov.
I'm not totally on board with it. I also don't know what the end game version of missions are going to be or how they're going to evolve. So having in-game events pop up, local events, things that you could run to or try and do, I think could definitely elevate this game. And I would imagine the devs have it planned out, but as for what I was testing, the missions were all just overly simplistic and kind of uninteresting. Now, a lot of people were pointing out that they thought the weapons were being rendered really small. It seems kind of closer to Counter-Strike size when you compare it for the screen size versus what a lot of modern games are doing.
Small.
I wasn't too much bothered by this. I think it's an aesthetic choice. What I was bothered by is the optic rendering in this game. The way optics look in FPSs is a big pet peeve of mine when they're not done right, and I think Gray Zone Warfare does it really poorly. The EO tech is like this tiny little thing on screen. The housing of the optic obstructs your vision. The red dot's hard to see. It's just so weird that they don't bring it closer to the screen and give you a better field of view with stuff. The ACOG is the same way. It just is this tiny little circle in the middle of your screen. I don't like how it looks. It might be done for maybe performance, rendering performance, if they're doing picture-in-picture type tech there, but
I have a feeling
whatever
this
it
will
is,
change.
it's some of my least favorite optic rendering in a modern shooter game. Now, coming from other survival or extraction shooters,
I don't even
I have to say the
expect it
inventory
from anybody,
size
Backspacer, but thank you, I
small
appreciate
for
it.
the most part.
And I
you
didn't
go
see my
in
Twitch
to
alert go
complete
off
an
either.
objective, and you
So
usually have just enough
Stream
inventory
Elements
to
is
grab
dropping
whatever
the ball
item you
big
might
time.
need. and get out. There isn't a lot of room for picking up extra guns, all kinds of cool things like extra armor, extra clothing. There's just hardly any room in your inventory. A lot of it's taken up by medical supplies that you would need to treat injuries. So it's possible that maybe down the road you would have a squad mate that carries most of the medical equipment that you might need and goes around medicing people. But at the same time, it just felt a little unnecessarily cumbersome to not be able to pick up a bunch of stuff and have some cool backup items on you and whatnot. Maybe I'm wrong here, but they're going for like a realistic angle. I think at the expense of maybe just enjoying picking up more things and exploring the loot table. Now, one of the things I like most about the game is also something that's really hard to dial in, and that's the immersion. And one thing that helps with immersion is reduced UI, not having tons of things on your screen distracting you and reminding you that, hey, guess what, this is a game, and there's going to be all kinds of little markers and stuff. There's so few markers that it's really difficult to tell friend from foe, especially at any sort of distance. 50 meters.
But if it's a
plus,
realism,
everybody just kind of looks like a general greenish,
if it's a realistic milsim game, markers, your friends shouldn't have markers.
If it's an enemy, got to come down friendly, you basically have to open up your map, look where all your friendlies are on your map, then close it and be like, okay, that guy is friendly, that guy's an enemy.
Maybe some armbands or helmet covers.
On-the-spot firefights or seeing somebody in CQB. There was multiple times where I saw enemy players and I hesitated because I didn't want to shoot a teammate. There wasn't enough clear visual markers to tell me that that guy was from a different
think it should have markers.
I see this being really annoying for a lot of new players and maybe even for veteran players because the visual markers
DayZ doesn't have them. Tarkov doesn't have them.
Seem just extremely subtle, especially if you start picking up all the same gear and equipment off of NPCs in the world. You might all just end up looking pretty much identical at the end of the day. The other weird point here is that the game is built around 3 factions, and basically when you pick a faction, I think you're locked into that faction, which is kind of a planet side 2 approach, or just a planet side approach to gaming, but it almost feels like it's not really appropriate here. Like the factions aren't particularly interesting. I didn't feel any sort of deep lore crafting around each faction. So it's just sort of like, just pick one at random. Hopefully it's the one that your friends are
that's
playing.
how I feel,
It can be
Jim.
annoying if
That's
your
how I
friends
feel.
are on
You
different
gotta-
factions than you, and then you can't play with them, or you have to recreate a new character. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I gotta say I wasn't loving the whole 3-faction approach to the game.
And I think the 3-faction, the crafting, and the quests are something that are going to get expanded once the game gets closer to completion.
I'd have to see if there's a lot more depth and interesting
basically
stuff
a closed
behind
alpha
it, but at this point it seems
test
mostly
that they ask
like
people to do, and they ask streamers specifically to do it to drum up more PR. That's all this really was. It wasn't really
now,
like,
along with the inventory feeling extra.
It really wasn't like, hey, this game is finished, let's invite streamers to push our PR for us. No, this game is still, they've said it themselves, it's still an alpha. They're not done with it. I would not expect this game to be a full release until probably next spring or next fall. That's my opinion. I think they got a year left or so before this game is actually done. And I say take the time that you need to get things like what he's talking about under to get it in a better spot, because the optics, he's right, the optics are pretty poorly done. I think that they could make that better. The missions are extremely Tarkov. Like if you've even played Tarkov for an hour, all the missions are pretty much go here, get this, go here, drop this off, go here, get this. Oh, kill 5 PMCs. Okay, kill 5 PMCs from 45 meters out. Kill 6 scavs from 100 yards or higher. Get this thing. Go visit this location. It's all the Tarkov missions are extremely redundant and mostly the same from trader to trader. I mean, yeah, you got like some really hard ones that are very difficult to do that you get from like Jaeger and Peacemaker later on, like, Shooter Born in Heaven, and kill all the bosses on every map without dying. Yeah, and those are hard and they're rewarding, but at the same time, like, they're not that much different from any of the other quests that you do prior to that. So I just I don't know. I don't. I hope they expand on it, but build, like Mason's saying, build basic systems and expand on it. And it looks like they have a really, really good foundation. And I think, like I said, I think another year or so in the oven, and this is going to be a fantastic game. And for those of you guys that don't know, the company that's making this, I forget the name of the company right off the top of my head, but this is their first ever PC/console game they've ever made. They've only ever made mobile games until this point. This is their first foray onto a PC/console system, and it's their first FPS. So if they're this far along in the year and a half, 2 years I've been watching the progress on this, guys, this is something that deserves an applause, because this is really good, what they've got so far. They just need to build it up a little bit more, and I think it'll be a fantastic game. It was not going to be for everybody, but I think it'll be a fantastic game.
Small, there isn't too much leading opportunities in the open world, which makes the world feel less alive in juxtaposition of the incredible visuals and reactivity of the foliage. You'll be walking by a car and you can't really open a door or loot the trunk or interact with a lot of things that you might expect to be able to. So some of that makes the world feel a little less alive. And I don't know if this is all by game design to make the overall game feel less reliant on looting and more reliant on just mission running. We'll have to see how that plays out in the long run. Because if they're going to make it much more reliant on mission running and say just fighting other players, then I think the missions need to be much more interesting at the start. And at the moment,
I think
it seems like they only have one map plan. There's this sort of secret zone in the center of the map that I haven't explored yet.
I agree, Backspacer. I think the devs at CIG and certain people in leadership know what they want and know where they want to take it. But I think marketing hamstrings a lot of the progress that they want to make and think that they can make. That's where I think the problem is coming in, because, and I haven't read your whole thing, but I see it right there. The ship sales and and anything that's based around ship sales. I don't like the way they do it, because all the patches and everything are all based around the ship sales. All the events are based around the ship sale. So, let's talk about the F8, the F7, and anything else. It's an event to sell you another ship, or to sell you an upgrade from your ship to another ship. And then let's take 3.23 for example. And this can be said about a lot of patches. The patches themselves, the reason why they can't just push back 3.23 because it doesn't have cargo elevators, the new cargo refactor with the kiosks and the redone inventory, cargo missions, etc. The reason why they can't get that stuff in, because it's not stable enough for an already unstable patch, and they can't miss a sale. So they have to have 3.23 come out a week of, or the week of, or the week before, so then they can have a .1 patch come out to introduce all the ships and, of course, the expo center that they're going to have Invictus at, which to me is backwards. If you're going to do the ship sale, just do the ship sale. All right? Make it a 3.22.2 or .3 or whatever we're on now. Who the fuck cares? We're doing math at this point. But get that straight, get your ship sale, and then release 3.23 late with all of the features that you've been promising for over 6 months now. Get that. People won't be mad if you, I wouldn't be mad at 3.23 if I knew that it wasn't going to drop just for a ship sale. The star map, it's a fresh coat of paint on an already existing problem, and a still existing problem. Master mode's a shit. We won't get into that, but I think master mode's a shit. The FPS stuff is all FPS stuff that should have been added into the game a long time ago. The character creator should have been in the game a long time ago. All distribution centers, they're cool and all, but right now, until they get them fixed, half of them don't have floors, and there's nothing going on in them. So I really don't know what to say. I think 3.23, whether you hate or like master modes. I think it's a single player port of stuff that should have been in the game a long time ago. But this, we have to rush it out for a sale, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, if you guys think it's not ridiculous that they're rushing this out for a ship sale, then, you know, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it and you can have that opinion. I just don't, I personally don't like it.
How much content people are going to be able to get out of this single map. It's a very beautiful, awesome map to explore, but after you've been running through rice paddies for, you know, 2 to 3 hours, you go, okay, well,
I'm not sure if I follow you there,
what
but
comes after this, right? I can already see myself wanting a little bit extra environmental content for the game. But again, this is just a very early test. We haven't tried any late game missions, so maybe there's a lot of extra stuff sort of hidden behind the mission system.
I think this
is
like all
the AI
just
in the
test.
game. They are threatening. They shoot at you from extremely long ranges. They can do a huge amount of damage to you. So if you're not moving tactically and communicating well, they'll absolutely drop you. There are some bugs with them, though. A lot of them were just tanking rounds. Some of them that didn't appear to be wearing any armor would sometimes take way too much damage. There seemed to be a little bit of bugginess, and it
level cap. I hate to do the Star Citizen thing, but it's an alpha, bro. It's an alpha.
Could have been server netcode or some sort of game bug. Not really sure what it was, but pretty much everybody was noticing that during the play session. So to try and wrap this whole thing up, I think gray zone warfare.
It's not really what's the word I want to use? It's the game. The game itself doesn't stagnate as far as like their development. What stagnates, and in the 2 years going on 3 that I've been here, what to me feels like stagnates is from like July till October. Like all the news stops. There's becomes very little communication between the dev team and the player base or the consumer base or the dollar signs that we all are to them sometimes. But I feel like that during that time is some of the worst points in Star Citizen on a year-to-year basis, because they shut everything up, shut everybody down, and nobody talks about anything unless it's related to IAE, which I think is another ludicrously dumb thing to do. And everybody's sitting there twiddling their thumbs for 3 to 4 months going, well, what are they going to do next? And I don't understand it. For a company that's supposed to be as transparent as they are. I mean, they are pretty transparent, but there's a lot of times that they're just not. And that time of year really gets on my nerves. And like this year's CitizenCon, basically, if you were to divide up the 2 days and put half of day 1 and half of day 2 together, it was Starcloth and the character customizer for pretty much an entire day. And then the second day would have been all your FPS stuff, your ship stuff, your Squadron 42 stuff, and then the teary-eyed speech at the end. Overdone, out the door. So I don't know, man. Like, I get it, but I don't get it.
Is doing some really cool, really innovative stuff. It's sort of AA size. I think their dev team's around like 80 people
Very
or
true,
something
Romoy.
like that.
Very true.
And it's exciting to see people taking risks like this and trying to evolve something. And they really seem passionate about creating this project. The few areas that hold it back seem like kind of basic game stuff, like simplistic mission design, some clunky UI and
for sure, Rhino. I agree.
Stuff like
I think because it's in Manchester, my prediction, along with a lot of other YouTubers and just general backers in general, are getting the feeling that we're going to get a release date for Squadron 42 and that this is going to be primarily a Squadron 42 sitcon, which is fine and all. It's just that most of the people that I know that play Star Citizen didn't pledge for Squadron 42. Like, they may have got it, they may have, bought it afterwards, but they're not really that looking forward to Squadron 42. They bought ships, they pledged ships, whatever, for Star Citizen and not Squadron 42. But make no mistake that if they make a release date, if they announce a release date for Squadron 42, and let's, you know, I'm just spitballing here, but let's say they say December of 2025, you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to blow the deadline. So just because they make a release date doesn't mean that there won't be delays, postponements, etc. So, you know, yeah, I like, yeah, you're right, Backspacer. But yeah, you're gonna see a release date. I hope you're doing all right, Ramon. I hope everything's good. Yeah, but imagine no server lag and no e-beggars. That would be an amazing. It'd be an amazing experience. I still feel that it's a little shallow. I really, 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 really want crafting and usable resources to be a thing within Star Citizen. And I don't want crafting to be locked behind either using a kiosk or a ship or a kiosk in a ship. That's not crafting to me. That's manufacturing. And if I want to do manufacturing, I can just boot up Fallout 4, and I don't know if my save files still exist. I built giant factories at some of my settlements. One was a drug factory, the other one was an ammo factory. And I could just go there, set it up, or hit a few switches, and boom, it just went on its own. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Like that, and
yeah, the
things
Mantis
that seem
is
like
working.
they might be erring too much on the side of realism versus things that could make the game a little bit more fun, but nothing that seems super locked in or like it couldn't be adjusted or tweaked or balanced. So I think they're in a fantastic spot to basically refine and improve this game as it comes out. And I can't wait for the full launch of this. I'm excited to grind missions and rank up and see where all of that goes, because at the moment, 4 to 5 hours in, I just don't really know
That
yet.
would be
and
amazing.
if you want to see a more live version of the gameplay, check out my stream right here. You can watch all of it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe for more content like it, ding the notification bell to beat the YouTube algorithm with me, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.
Thanks, Level Cap. That was a good review. Nope, go back.
Go
back. I'll share that with you guys. That was a fair review. I still think that it's got some work that it needs. But yeah. That's probably that. You could be right, Backspacer. If they announce a release date for Squadron 42, they should also release a playable demo that will satisfy peeps until the actual. Yeah, that's very true, Ramon. That's very, very true. But so here's the thing: unless they changed it, and they may change it. Okay, let's get one thing straight here. They may change it. The QT dampener, the range on it is 20 kilometers. So if I fire off my QED and I have support in the area, I am not going anywhere near that cargo ship. I'm going to stay just in enough range to keep you dampened, and that's it. I'm not going to let you get near me. So we'll see what happens. I really do think that they're going to adjust the dampening distance, because right now 20 kilometers, that's huge. But if they keep it, then like I said, I'm not going anywhere near that cargo ship. I'm staying out of range of its guns, its missiles, whatever it may have on it, and I'm going to let my DPSers go in and blast it. The winds of change. And the same goes for the Cuddy Blue, the Antares. If their QEDs are 20 kilometers, even with the DPS that I have with either of those two ships, I'm not going anywhere near you. I'm not going anywhere near you. That's just how it is. And in SCM speeds, the Mantis is going to be able to outdistance a cargo ship any day of the week, because most of these cargo ships are 160, 170, 130, and a Mantis is probably going to be in the 200s. I'd say probably between 220 and 230 is about where its speed is going to be. Keeping it real does sell. That's great, Ramoy. Congratulations. A surveillance appointment for October. Ooh. All right, let's get back to the reacts. I think I got one more non-Star Citizen one. Let me take a look. And then we'll do one more Star Citizen to kind of close it all off, and then maybe we'll see how much time we got. Yes, we're gonna do this one. That's really good. That's really good, Ramoy. That's really good. All right, we got Sounds Like Pizza. Drill Sergeant recruits the funniest squad in Helldivers. Let's see what's going on.
Name the right and go
You want a gift?
Sure.
You can't call me a sissy when you're talking about.
This ought to be good. This game is amazing.
Rated P for pizza.
I'ma have a last 99. I ain't gonna say that word. Cannon as my stratagem.
What
feel
word?
confident enough to say it.
Hang on. Why green? Why?
Green!
Tell me why. That was a funny joke, Backstreet Boy.
What the hell is going on here?
What do you think is going on? We're about to drop into short
Whoa,
pay
whoa,
and deal with some robots. You chill. Don't come into my ship and tell me to chill.
Is your favorite color blue?
Blue can suck my nutsack.
Well, you are blue, so are you gonna suck your own nutsack, dummy?
Maybe I will.
Well, continue then.
You want to watch or something?
I would love to watch.
You gonna pay me?
I'm not gonna pay you, soldier. You're just gonna get 1 minute extra overtime.
Man, this guy's weird.
He's weird, all right. That's the first thing you say coming in here.
Let's move past that.
Yep, we are moving past that already. There goes the tower. Wow.
How
BK.
did that happen?
I don't hold back. I saw the tower and it needs to go.
You gonna get that jammer Y2 or you gonna pussyfoot around it? Get in there.
Calm down, man. This guy's stuck in the damn
What do you
ship.
mean, calm down? Have you seen the creek? Have you even been in the creek?
Hey, you gotta keep your cool out here, man.
I am cool. This is me being cool.
I'm gonna go get this thingamajig over here.
Use proper pronunciation. This is called a jammer.
No, not that, you idiot. This building over here.
Don't call me an idiot, pussy. You're probably 5 years old.
Gentlemen, oh
please.
My.
We're all on the same side.
This game is not going away anytime soon. It's so much fun. It is absolutely. It is an absolute blast.
Hey. We're all friends here, okay?
Calling it a hell bomb. You sound like a Californian, Y2. Shut your mouth.
What the heck, man? What's wrong with that?
Was I right?
Maybe not. You never know.
Hell bomb activated.
So I said maybe not too. So I mean,
Here's the thing about modern gaming. Modern gaming has become try to outdo the other game in complexity. The Easter eggs, the hunt quests, the in-game how to craft and where you get things from, and you got to do this before you can do this, before you can do that. The monetization of everything, battle pass this, skin that, gun this, season pass that, DLC this, expansion this, new area that, and it's $2.99, $1.99, $5.99, $14.99, or if you're into Blizzard stuff, $69.99 for a horse, a skin for a horse. And this game really does keep it as simple as you possibly can keep it, while making some complexities within the game, some, not overly complex, and not over monetizing everything. Yes, there's a battle pass in it. You don't have to get it. None of the weapons are really that meta. you know, we'll see. I don't know. And here too, they have an ever-changing landscape of their missions are like called major and minor orders, where they tell you, hey, go to this planet or this sector and defend against the robots or the Terminids, or hey, this planet got hit, go there and do that stuff. And some of the planets are very nasty and hostile, and they'll kill you just as fast as the bugs or the robots. But one of the things that I like, though, is that if you don't conquer certain things like they ask, there is consequences to it. So, you know, when the mechs were coming out, they very clearly told all the players that, hey, look, if you don't take this planet, you will not get the mechs, and we're not going to go back on that. Like, we'll make another mission somewhere down the line, but if you want the mechs, you got to take the planet that manufactures the mechs. And if you don't take that planet, we're not releasing them to you. I mean, they were pretty forthright with that. And, yeah, I like it. I really like it.
Activated. Oh, shit, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna make it, D1. Oh,
I got
whoa.
Oh, man.
That was close.
Oh, my God.
You're all right. Dude, are you okay?
And my hell bomb just went off in my face. Why?
You sound like Drake just gave you a big surprise. Holy moly.
Who the f is Drake?
Oh, my bad. We're probably too far into the future for that, huh?
You sound like a twink, soldier. Shut your mouth before I start pushing it in your own ass.
Hey, how did you know?
I guessed.
I did it!
Oh, what? That almost killed me. Oh, my God.
I was holding a stratagem, BK. Now I'm just holding a 500. I'm putting it down.
Oh, my God.
Oh, run!
We're all good. Oh, my God. That's really bright. Yeah, welcome to Shoot Lake or what?
Tuna's down already by the surfer, dude.
De-stress. I don't think he knows what de-stress means.
Give you cover and fire, you get down in the terminal.
I hear a lot of robots around us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kill them all. Well, that's what we're trying to do.
California.
They need to give this guy like his own drill sergeant lines in Helldivers. I think it would be awesome.
You're level 22 and you're a twink from California. Ooh, wrong. I stemmed you. Calm down. I stemmed you.
Don't make me.
Throw that, soldier. I have a case
Give him the
How the f did I die?
Oh my God! What happened? Wow! It got stuck to me.
B4 needs to fix his mic.
It got stuck to me.
That was an extreme turn of events. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my God! Oh God!
B4 needs to fix his mic real bad.
I got robots on my 6. Over.
Yes, sir.
Just as hell.
My bad.
Friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Kg if he says it again.
You stay the hell away from me, young man.
Young man.
Send it in your mother.
BK.
Sorry, I like big explosions. Look at it. Look at it.
Me too.
Oh, man.
Huggy wuggies.
Give me a high five.
You don't earn a high five yet, soldier. You're still early on in your development.
Oh my God.
Come out. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
What did you do? What's your fire? Did you just kill
Oh my God.
Holy.
What did I do? Oh my God.
Kamehameha.
I feel like I'm screaming my lungs out on this mother. Don't defile the boss.
I just thought it would be helpful.
This is war.
You
Have some
piece
honor.
of sh.
You're shot down there. Are you firing on our corporal?
No.
Do not fire on our corporal. That's a warning shot. Over. Fabricated. Never mind.
How did that go?
God. I've just been punched by the devil. Are we drowning to Mordor?
What is
Going to Mordor.
Oh my God. My lips are wet.
Which lips, sir?
Up high or down below?
I've only got one pair of lips. What do you think I am?
You never know, sir. It's 2024.
It's 2,500. What are you talking about?
My bad.
We've developed a
Utopia.
Yeah, you almost said dystopia.
I did, because I'm dyslexic. Deal with it. Calm down.
Yeah, he's. Sounds like Pizza is like the perfect Full Metal Jacket drill sergeant. They need to give him a character in game.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to say I got all of them, but I didn't.
I'll put some in your assholes.
B4 is pretty funny.
Wife. She's a but she's my wife, and I love
That's
her.
my mom.
Oh, oh, yeah. Keep moving. B4, go, get in there.
B4 is hilarious.
Splinters in my skin.
BK, back up. There's an airstrike on your position.
What?
Oh, let's stop.
All right, I'm gonna uncouple the links. Thingamajig pulled.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Rhino.
You want a gift?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Come here, you fool.
Take off that shoot battery. Come on, we'll do it again.
No,
we'll
I'm
do it
not
like
punching.
last time.
I'm not punching.
And he's running away.
No, wait, we got issues.
B4 is funny.
School to you, soldier.
No, sir.
You want to look through the window of realization?
There's no windows here, sir.
There's a window right to your heart, and I'm about to open it. Oh.
Come here.
No. Oh, wait, that's Elmo's world.
Oh, man.
Don't punch her.
Now it's become a boxing match.
Look at that guy. Look at that guy over there. Look at him. He's just standing there.
Stupid. I'm going to throw 500 kilowatts.
B4 sounds like he could be the next Fat Albert.
Bye-bye.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, that was awesome.
Come here. Come. You can't survive a bomb like that. Kick your ass here. Come here.
Sorry, it's not Star Citizen, man.
Launch it.
I'm out of stamina. I'm tired. Hold on.
Dropship inbound. Hang on. We got dropships. No celebrating for long.
God, his friends.
Ow. Ow. My arm is
Oh,
dead.
hug it out for democracy.
Fine. Ow. Lock and load. All right, we're getting fired on. Go.
I can't swim, sir.
You're gonna learn quick.
Before you start shooting guns, Green, you gotta know how they sound like.
The sickle is a prime weapon to use. Aim for the heads, rookie.
Yes, sir.
Over. We got more coming in from the east.
Oh, it's dead.
Good
Whoa.
shot. Oh my God.
There's a big old
He got yeeted.
over there. I suggest we take that out.
Sounds good, Postman Pat.
Postman Pat.
Look out. I can't. Oh, shit. There's a.
Rakuma, what's up, man?
These are on me.
Don't worry, sir.
Oh, be burned alive!
500 kilo on the issue.
Oh my God.
I keep getting the code wrong, sir.
Stop dying. It's hard enough to carry your ass through the game.
I'm not with my revolver with your name on it.
Ow.
Enemy down. Let's
Good
go.
laser, good laser.
Eradicated. Up in it.
B4 has become one of my favorites now. I hope he becomes a regular.
I can handle it, sir.
You can handle it as long as you get your britches and don't them.
Yes, sir.
Just like BK has. He's got clean
Clean
britches.
britches. I'm wearing the brown
I
pants.
got budgie smugglers.
Are you illegally migrating birds, soldier?
No, but Devil Punch knows.
They're quite tight-fitting undergarments for the gentleman.
What the fuck is undergarment?
Undergarments, sir.
What does underwear have to do with smuggling birds? I don't get it.
Of course they got an Englishman on their team.
Okay. What?
Can I ask a quick question to all y'all?
Sure.
Have you got
He's the only one that's being a gentleman.
You hate sand?
It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it's gangs fucking everywhere.
Okay, what are you saying? I'm gonna shoot you.
Don't shoot him. Oh, it didn't work. Ow.
Oh, I do. You really tried then, didn't you?
You say the word preacher and I'll do it.
I will say the word soon. If he steps out of line one more time, I know his
Oh
mother.
man.
How do you know my mom, sir?
That's classified.
He's a Hulk.
She's not a Hulk. She's a.
Okay, you're really asking for this KSAR now, sir.
Oh well, rest it.
This has turned into turned into Reservoir Dogs. Everybody's
a queso
a queso cannon.
Get it off me! Get it off!
You're gonna be put down.
Oh my God, is he pooping?
God, it's heavy.
Maybe you should spend more time in the gym, sir.
Maybe I could lift your mom a couple of times.
Well, if you can't lift queso, you probably can't lift her.
Oh my god. I so need to get back into this game. But I still got Stalker and Cyberpunk I gotta do every so often, so.
It's another bloody bomb! A stupid bomb!
Everybody's dead. Oh no, they made it.
For super
You shall not pass!
Wow, all these movie references. That's from The Matrix, isn't it?
I do got. I just finished the tutorial missions. Oh my god, I've been laughing so hard. My face hurts and my eyes are watering. I just finished the tutorial thing and it just opened up into the open world. That's where I left off at. But I've been playing Stalker, Cyberpunk. I meant to play yesterday, but the power was out most of the day. So, dang.
Okay, you can't call me a sissy when you're talking about.
Oh my god! His head is gone!
Masterpiece, you piece of.
Sorry.
The Englishman got in on it now.
See you getting into the action here, giving White 2 what he's worth. Nothing!
We're gonna get landed on.
Oh!
Yeah, but you are dead immediately. Welcome back, dickhead. We missed the samples. I repeat, we missed the samples.
Who needs samples when we have freedom?
You're
Missed
damn
me.
right.
Miss me too.
And friendship.
Friendship?
No.
I'm
Man, I
kind
thought
of
it
your
was the
friend.
moment.
Devil punch more like lame.
Go on.
Oh, well, look, in California, they can't rhyme.
Beat troll more like stupid idiot.
Don't call me a stupid idiot.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Cruel, it's okay.
My apologies.
Stupid idiot.
You okay?
Thanks, Devil Punch. Oh, headbutt. That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an honor. Only a stupid idiot would equip that head punch.
It's a carrot.
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way. You know what? I'm gonna have to dig up his stuff. So he streams too, huh? Or makes videos. I'm liking that. I'm gonna send this over to you guys. Let's see. Be cool. Be cruel. Yeah, we're gonna subscribe, and I'm gonna send this to you guys. We're gonna send this to you guys. There you go. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers for Cyberpunk. I have stayed away from spoilers, build guides, everything. No spoilers. No spoilers. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'll close my eyes. I'll close my eyes. All right. Let me know when you're done. Okay. What time is it? All right. We might be able to do 2. It just seems we'll see what time looks like. All right. So we're going to start with, this is by far one of the best YouTube channel names ever. Drinkers with Gaming Problems. I think this is the best YouTube name ever. Sorry guys, but I just do. No offense to anybody that's got cool YouTube names, but I think this guy's got like the best YouTube channel name ever. So this is This is Drinkers with Gaming Problems. Is there needless disappointment in Star Citizen delays? Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
2. So why does CIG keep doing the other thing?
Pump up the volume here. Pump up the jams.
About a month ago, CIG made the surprise announcement that we were going to get personalized instance hangers in patch 3.23. This is a massive step forward in persistence.
Yes.
Now, when you choose your major landing zone, you're going to get an instance hanger at that location. It'll be yours to do with as you will. You can leave it in whatever state you want. You can have all your gear strewn about over the place if you so wish. And rather than just popping into existence in the middle of the hangar, your ships will now come up from the floor on a platform, and you'll be able to load them with vehicles and cargo before you ever leave the hangar. It's kind of what people have been after, and it's a big
this like, look, this is shut up, JT. I can't believe that this is not going to make it in. I mean, I can, but but he's right. People have been wanting this forever. They've been wanting this forever. And I hope they get it in, and I hope they get it right. But it seems like we're going to be on another delay. Hopefully it doesn't take 6 months or a year. But, we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll only be a month. Maybe it'll be 6 weeks and it'll be in. But,
step towards the gameplay persistence we've been asking for so long. Unfortunately, the roadmap roundup this week had this to say. As part of our final review process, we've concluded that the quality of the cargo features that were targeting the launch of Alpha 3.23 are not yet at the stage we need them to be for a release to the live servers. They go on to qualify that they're talking about item banks, personal and instanced hangars.
Now, I will say that this, okay, I am disappointed. I think they should be further along with this than they are. But if it is causing destabilization in a patch that already is very, very destabilized, I mean, you guys have seen the EPTU being played by various streamers across YouTube and Twitch. It's not in a very good state right now. And it might be a good thing that they took this out. Now, I still feel that if they were going to not make it into 3.23, then 3.23 should have been delayed and not rushed out for Invictus. And I feel that Invictus, they were not happy with the UI, but they also said that it causing extreme destabilizing effects within the patch. So that's why they took it out. That was the main reason why they took it out. Now, I'm still of the feeling that they should not release 3.23 just for a ship sale, but that's my opinion.
Cargo hauling missions.
Yes, it took Marcus
elevators.
like an hour and a half to get in, and then
now, they're not being delayed outside of the patch. They are just being pushed back to a point patch. But it got me thinking. Why
that's also true.
Risk needless
Cosmic,
disappointment in its
Brian,
supporters
Cosmic
and
Brian,
backers,
Brian Cosmic,
and attracting bad press from those who are, let's face it, just waiting for another stab at this game? And I'm not sure I have an answer for that. Now, of course, disappointment with missed deadlines are going to be a thing for game development, especially something like Star Citizen that's doing iterative game development. Doing something that other people haven't done before means that you know what you want to do, you're just not quite sure on how to get there. So even when things seem like they're running on rails and you're set for a release, some speed bump's going to come up in the way and it's going to slow everything down and things will get delayed. We have seen that time and time again, and I think everyone, supporter or detractor of Star Citizen, would agree on that. But this isn't that. I'm not taking a stab at the way they're developing the game. I've long said and been a supporter of the way they're doing it. If you're going to do something that other people haven't done before, it's going to take a while to get there. This is something else entirely.
Unfortunately,
now, what
Ramon,
we saw at
yes.
CitizenCon 2023 was a whole raft of features after Chris made this announcement.
Squadron 42 is now feature complete and has entered its polish phase.
Up until this point, Squadron 42 had been the development focus for some time, and now that
I strongly recommend watching the Golgot 100 video where he talks about them saying feature complete. Squadron 42 has been feature complete and or in polishing stage. I believe this announcement at Sitcom makes it the 4th time. So, yeah. I agree, Backspace. I agree. Make sure your tech is in line first before you start expanding it.
But it's where it is. Lots of devs are coming back across to the PTU, bringing with them what they can, and
I guess so, Backspace. I guess so.
And CitizenCon certainly gave us that impression. There were rafts of features and improvements that everyone's been waiting for a long time. And everyone agreed, if you look at the titles of videos and what people were saying back at the time, 2024 was going to be a big year for Star Citizen. So this brings me to the question about persistent hangars. That announcement was made a month ago, and it was made before the final review, going back to the work.
And it was even promised to us. You know, I'm not going to go years back, but I'm going to go 6 months back. It was promised then, and it was all that stuff. Remember, all that stuff that they showed, Chris himself said it was feature complete or in the polishing phase. So I don't know. I agree with him. They should not make announcements before doing a final review. They shouldn't. Would any of you put money in if they were going to do the tech before you get to play? See, now, if I would have known more about the game before I put money into it, I probably would not have put money into it at all. To be 100% honest, if I knew what I knew 6 months to a year into Star Citizen, I probably wouldn't have put money in it at all. Zero. And I would have just watched from afar. But what conversations I had with my friend that got me into it and things like that, he was still in the honeymoon phase. Obviously, I was in the honeymoon phase for a few months. But if 6 months to a year in, if I took that knowledge and talked to myself, I would not have put money into it. There doesn't even really need to be an SC. There's a reason why it's not working out the way they thought it would work. And a lot of it comes down to, in my opinion, mismanagement. Nothing that they are doing in this game is really groundbreaking or cutting edge. I will give them space to atmospheric to ground. I will give them procedurally generated planets, but that's already years ago. Static and dynamic server meshing exists in other games. Everything that they are currently doing exists in other games at one scale to another. The only thing that sets them apart is the scale. That is it. That is the only thing that sets them apart. And in all honesty, I know they want no loading screens, but this game would, in my opinion, run a lot smoother if everything maybe not was instanced, but instanced. If everything was instanced, this game would run a lot smoother. And you had 50 people here, 50 people there, 50 people here, 50 people there. But people would then complain that it's not massive multiplayer online, but whatever. But that's my opinion. But as far as like, and Backspace is right. When people ask me, hey, you play Star Citizen, do you recommend I get in? I tell them absolutely not. Don't. Not yet. It's got a long way to go. Don't get involved in it yet. No, the fidelity is done better in other games. Like a lot better.
Of that delay post on the roadmap, it says during the final review. So they'd announced it before they'd reviewed it.
Yes, I agree.
And this seems
Ramon,
to keep
I agree.
happening.
It's going to have a trickle-down effect to other stuff.
This particular feature as part of CitizenCon, so it wasn't like they felt any pressure to update us as to what was going on.
Also true, Jim.
It was almost a show-off thing. Look at how many things we're bringing across now.
Because SitCon is a
feature complete.
I don't know how it works out with their engine, like if they can sell it, if they can license it, if they can rent it out, lease it, whatever you may call it. But every year, the 2 years, this will be my third SitCon, and then watching previous SitCons, it always feels like it's a commercial for the, and by the way, welcome Drophammer. I feel like it's always a commercial for Star Engine and what they can do with the engine, and not so much like for us backers. I almost feel like they're they're gearing this up to produce a minimal viable product and then start selling off assets. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's the plan of Chris Roberts. I really don't, but I have a feeling that that's what is the eventuality of all of this, is that we are going to get a minimal viable product. It'll be released, even though legally, as defended by the Star Citizen lawyers, it's already a fully released game. I think that they are going to start selling this stuff off. Will we still get our game? Yeah, probably, but I think they're going to start selling this stuff off.
And we're going to add one more thing to that list: persistent hangars.
I think he means empty, and as far as like the planets are empty, there's no voids, there's no atmosphere, like actual atmosphere. I'm not talking about
the separation of the replication layer, the steps, the final steps we hope towards static server meshing, and everything else. Of course, these are precisely the
you can basically confirm
that I mentioned earlier.
But the planets don't have to be so
empty.
empty.
Mentioned before
space should be empty
at all. It's a video. A video could have waited until after the review date. This has happened so many times with Star Citizen. It almost feels like CIG know that there are going to be delays. They know that they're going to miss deadlines. They know that they're going to disappoint people. They did this again previously with the subscriber item reclamation terminal. So when you get your subscriber flare or your stuff that you would get in competitions, like the Xenothreat Overdrive stuff that's going on at the moment, if that gets lost, then you can actually reclaim that back through a terminal.
I see duping coming off
They'd
those.
announced that as all coming in through 23.
I see a lot of duping coming off
a matter of weeks later had removed it again.
The item reclamation things, I see so much duping going on with that. It's going to be unbelievable. That's my, once again, that's my feelings on it. We haven't seen it in action, but I really think that people are just going to dupe the ever-living hell out of stuff with that.
And as we can see now, we are almost at the end of the first month of Q2, and still no Q1 patch.
Oh yeah,
so there
this
was
is a long,
no
long
rush
road
to get this information out. There's no reason why the persistent hangers and
also true, Rakumo,
couldn't have happened at the time of release or just immediately afterwards to let everyone know what was going on. Hell, an extra surprise video to go with
exactly, Ramon. Exactly.
Fine. So there were no pressures to get the video out at a certain time that we're aware of.
I have a feeling that's coming soon, Mace.
Know that there are going to be delays. So
I scoured and I can't find it. I'm going to continue looking, but there was an ISC or a Star Citizen Live where Jared said server meshing in Pyro this summer, and I think that it's that. I mean, I already know it's not happening, and Pyro and server meshing is going to be another thing that gets pushed to be pushed into the next year. Welcome, Stranger. Everybody go visit Stranger. He's a regular pirate, and he's got some good stuff. He's got some good stuff on his channel. Oh, yeah. Just filming in general for Star Citizen is one of the hardest things to do ever.
It's not like this is a sudden shock. They were aware of the risk when they put the video
Cosmic.
out.
See, once again, remember when you watch the Kickstarter and you watch other things all the way up until like a year or two ago, the goal was always to have 100 systems online for release. I would be, if an actual 1.0 comes out, I would not be surprised in the slightest if it was only 3 systems: Stanton, Pyro, and Terra maybe. I think that's what we're going to get. We'll be very lucky if we get 5. Very lucky if we get 5. But yeah, Ghosts of Tabor. I've been wanting to check that out, but I still got some other games I need to get through first. And if there is viable commercial release, they will need substantial funding model. They will also need skill progression system. Yeah, very true. Very, 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 very true. I love how Pyro was supposed to be huge, but it got scaled down. Everyone can't go there. Love the fact that it was supposed to be difficult to get to and be out there. Yeah. yeah, I'm not happy that Pyro got scaled down, but here's the thing about Pyro. So let's say you're an industrialist and you are willing to take the risk to go to Pyro. With engineering, once again, that whole I'm going to solo a Caterpillar, a Hercules, a Carrack, or whatever to go do my cargo missions. When you're in Pyro, that's going to be a death sentence. When those solar flares hit, you're going to find yourself in big trouble, especially if there's any nearby players. Like that is, I mean, not every time there's a solar flare is it going to be a death sentence, especially if you're solo, because if you get hit and there's nobody nearby, you have all the time in the world to get out of your seat, go over and fix the problem, and get back to it. But if you're by yourself and a solar flare goes off and there's other players nearby and they have the shields built for it, or they have crew on their ships to fix their stuff, you're going to be in big trouble really fast. Oh, dude, good luck soloing in 3.23 for sure. And I've been saying it for a while, and people don't seem to want to believe me, but there's going to come a point as a solo player and you're doing your favorite bounty hunting missions or your favorite beacons, you're going to get to a point in the difficulty where you're not going to be able to do it by yourself, because there is no way for you to string those ships out, create distance between the 2 or 3 ships here and pull the Gladius away or pull the Vanguard away and get him taken care of before you can move to the next group, pull one away and start working on it. It's not going to happen. What is in Pyro that is not in Stanton? If there's something there that I can get, and it'll probably be the prices. It'll probably be the prices, and then probably illegal drugs is what I'm assuming is what you'll be able to get over there, Jim. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah, don't need to be a space game. Add meshing to that. Have a lot of devs. Yeah. But yeah, I have a feeling that that illegal drugs and a few other things might be available in Pyro that you can't get in Stanton. So and then in Pyro there'll be stuff in Stanton that you can't, or excuse me, in Pyro there'll be stuff that you can't get unless you're in Stanton. So we'll see some trading going on.
The problem for me is that I was hoping that with the movement of staff from Squadron 42 to...
I don't think it would take long either.
That this was going to be a new leaf in the game's development. I was hoping that what was going to happen now is we're going to see far more deadlines hit, far fewer missed, more features in each patch being delivered, which is only a natural aspiration now that you're moving more devs across. And
so that's another question too. So, you know, they're taking away bed logging and stuff like that, which makes a lot of the legacy ships and even newer ships pretty much non-desirable without having a bed in them. If we can do farming on our bases, does that then make ships like I think it's called the Endeavor? Is that something, does that now make the Endeavor ship less desirable now that we can build bases? I'm not poo-pooing on the idea. I'm just trying to get your guys' opinion on it and maybe a better understanding. I think it's the Endeavor that's the farming ship, but I can't remember. Yeah, Atlas did it. Salvagers something or other has done it. PlanetSide 2 has done it. There's a new game. There's a new FPS game coming out. I forget who's making it. That's going to have up to 15. No, that's going to have up to 2,000 players in it. That has server meshing in it. So we'll see what's going to happen. We're going to really see. It's a pod ship. You can do every task depending on the module. Okay. All right. Thanks, Rakumo. Thank you. But does that make the farming module then useless? Because you can just build a base and farm on the ground? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Also true, Rakumo, about the delays.
Even so, that first patch now After CitizenCon, the first full patch with the staff now working on it, we are straight back into delays. Those people who want to have a stab at Star Citizen and Squadron 42 and everything else can say once again that nothing has really changed because we're still having disappointing delays.
It comes down to management. Look, it's not the devs' fault. Like I'm going to go out and say I'm not going to blame the devs. I think the devs there do a really good job, but I have heard time and time again, and directly from the devs' mouth, that they get put on projects. They get 2, 4, 6, 10 weeks in, and then they get pulled off that project and told to go work on a different project, and then they get into that and they're almost near completion. They get pulled away from that. A new person gets put onto that project. They finish that project, and then they go back to a different project, but sometimes not the project that they initially started working on at, say, the beginning of the year. And then that thing that they worked on at the beginning of the year, things have changed too much, or it's been too long, that they now have to go back and redesign what they were working on, adding more time to the timetable. So I think it's a management issue and not a developer issue, is my thinking. So I hope that maybe they can get course corrected, but I don't know if they can course correct a lot of this stuff, because, as I said, every delay that you have is going to have a trickle down effect with the other deadlines that you've set for yourself for X system, X patch, X thing that you want to put into the game. And I hope I'm wrong, but I'd like to see this. Sisyphus game development.
They
All right,
could have been kept.
Jim, you have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by.
323, surprise. If it didn't make it into 323, no one would have been any the wiser, and this sense of disappointment that people are now feeling would not have had to have occurred at all. If I was to phrase this another way, I would say that we understand that freight elevators and cargo hauling missions...
You're probably right, Ramoy.
We understand that the delays to these things were inevitable, just as it was with persistent hangars. But you've been talking, CIG, about cargo elevators and cargo hauling for quite some time. This surprise feature, which would have been great to have bundled in...
Is that true, Backspacer, or are you just being
you could now bundle in with a point patch as a surprise with a video imminently before or after release, has now turned into yet something else that people are disappointed about. And this isn't the way we wanted the year to start.
I think people
really looking forward to all the other features that are coming in 3
I think people should be disappointed about this, because this look, say what, I have my opinions on the star map, the FPS, the mini map, the master modes, the inventory system, etc. I have my opinions on that. And that aside, most of the players don't use the FPS systems in the game. CIG even said it themselves. 93% of the player base is PvE oriented, and they didn't break it down further, but I would have to guess that a large majority of that 93% are just on Star Citizen to haul cargo, break rocks, and salvage ships. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But I think a majority of them were really looking forward to the persistent hangars, the cargo missions, and the other things that were pulled from the patch. I don't disagree, Rakumo. I don't disagree.
23, I'm still
the AI is stupid,
still believe,
slow as hell,
unsurprisingly,
unresponsive.
This year is going to be very good for Star Citizen,
and
given
not a
how
challenge.
many features are coming.
And it always amazes me when people are like, "Oh, at 30 FPS, the AI is so awesome," and it's like I just go in there and mow them all down, and I'm like, "Yeah, what was hard about this?" Because I play other games where the NPCs actually try to flank you, hunt you down. They're extremely responsive, and it's not hard, and SC is not any different. The only time I have a hard time with the NPCs in Star Citizen is when they can shoot through walls and elevator doors and things like that. But that's the only time I have a hard time with the NPCs. Other than that, it's pretty much running around Ramboing and everything's dead within a few minutes. So yeah, I hope it gets better. They're hardcore aimbots with tactics. Yeah, I mean, it can be, yeah.
But when you really support a project, it's
Same. I just wish,
call out the
Rhino, like, I would have been disappointed, and I still would have said what I said when I put out that video a few days ago. I still would have said what I would have said, but here's the deal. If they postponed the entirety of the patch, I would have less of a problem with that than let's take these things out, put these things in, and get it out for our ship sale. That's the problem that I have, is that everything revolves around a ship sale. Every event is a ship sale. Every patch is a ship sale. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. Like, look, I understand you have to make money and you have to keep this thing going, but it shouldn't be like this all the time. And you should give us some crumbs every now and again for the amount of time that some of us have put into this game. Like, for real, some of us have put in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, and what have we gotten for it? Unless you're a subscriber, you don't get shit. Like, if I take part in an event, right, or I've been playing for long periods of time, or I've been one of your best PTU testers, or I tested the most in the PTU, or I'm in the top 100 of people that test the most in the PTU, I should get some sort of consolation for that, whether it's a free paint, armor. I'm not really sold on armor, but like free paint, a free vehicle like a P-52 or a Cyclone or a Dragonfly or something like that. Everything they do, it's do this to get the opportunity to buy something else, and I don't like that. I think it's really gross. I understand this is how they fund their stuff. I know that they have other investors, but we fund 99% of their game. And I would like to see us get something in return every now and again, other than some scrap armor from a overdrive Xeno threat. Like I said, throw in some ship paints, throw in an Archimedes, throw in a Cyclone, throw in a Dragonfly, throw in a Pisces, throw in something to us, and then give us the ability that if we don't want it, we can melt it. That's what I think. That I that's how I feel. I'm not saying everybody should get free shit. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're doing a lot of playing in this game, whether you feel you're playing or not, you're testing this game for them, and we are the majority tester, and they should be. We fund the game for them. We test the game for them. We try to give them feedback when we can. We promote the game for them. We sell more ships from the game for them. We do the referrals for them. They should be giving us some stuff every now and again. Like, they really, really, really need to give us some stuff.
Things you think need to change as the things you can't wait for. You've been watching Drinkers with Gaming Problems. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you, Drinkers with Gaming Problems. Appreciated that. I like it. I'm going to share that. I feel that we should be getting far more stuff for the amount of work we do for them. I really do. This is going to be the last video, and then I got to go. I got to eat lunch, get kids off the bus, all that fun stuff. You know, I got to do daddy duties. You know, we'll see. And I got to go to a chorus thing tonight. My kids are in chorus, so they're going to be singing tonight. So I'm going to go there and watch them. So this is 5 o'clock Charlie taking down space pirates, my ultimate revenge. A lot of times, look, I'm going to say this before we go into this. A lot of times when this stuff happens, it's poor pirating, or it's some sort of game thing that allows what happened to happen. But we'll see what develops in this.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Blaze, what's up, man?
Okay, just for context, these two guys shot me out.
I know
of my
your alt.
ship,
What's your
but I was
alt?
able
Are
to
you
escape
Mr. E?
On my dragonfly. They don't know I'm alive, so I'm gonna try to steal their
Yeah, I
ship.
turned it down.
So
I
check
turned
it
it
out.
down.
The owner of this mantis is trying to sneak into that reclaimer right below me, and his buddy is in a Corsair pulling security. So it's very important that I don't get caught.
Yeah,
And for some
you can't
reason,
use that.
This elevator's not working, and I cannot get in.
Because you're not part
I
of the
need
party.
this mantis to escape. Let me see if I can use my tractor beam to get into the ship. All right, not working. Oh, there he is, guys. There he is. See, that's the owner of the mantis and his buddy. He's pulling security.
Wait, you're
Okay,
Mr.
I
E,
can't get into
Blaze?
the mantis.
Oh, no shit.
Wait a second. I think he might have spotted my dragonfly on the radar, or maybe they saw me trying to get into the mantis. I don't know. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop moving. Okay, cool. Oh, there he goes. He spotted my dragonfly. I knew it. All right. As long as he doesn't see me, I'm gonna be okay. Just lay low. Hopefully they didn't see me trying to get into his mantis. So wait a second.
It's true.
That's not good. That's not good.
Oh,
crap.
you got
All right.
spotted.
Yeah, it's go time, guys. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. All right. Okay. Maybe we can shoot through the cockpit. Shoot through the window. Shoot through the window. Okay, this is not a feature in this game. Reload.
I would stay
Heal,
next to the
heal,
mantis
heal,
and use
heal,
the
heal.
mantis as cover.
Heal again. Heal again. Heal again. All right. Heal again. All right, this guy's not joking around. I should be dead right now. Okay, let me keep pumping bullets through his windshield. I don't know what to do, man. Okay. I'm pretty desperate. I'm gonna do desperate things. Okay, here we go. Shoot. This is a waste of bullets and a waste of time. You know what? Maybe I could try to board his ship with my tractor beam. All right. I don't think I get myself out of this situation.
Tractor beam to the ship.
Oh, man, how
Climb
am I
on
still
through the top.
alive? These Corsair bullets are hitting me, and I'm not dying. Wow. Okay. Keep moving. How come I can't move forward? Okay, let's see if I can board his ship.
He's moving
Maybe we
backwards
can shoot the
faster.
side door open and get into his ship. Who knows? All right, let's go.
Oh, you did.
Never mind.
You did.
I'm definitely gonna
I would
kill
have
this guy.
I would have stayed by the mantis and
wait.
used the mantis as cover and just gone ring around the rosy with the mantis.
I'm getting my revenge.
At the very least, he might explode his own mantis. That gives the reclaimer pilot, as long as he's not soft death,
So I have
a chance to get out of
I just
there.
have to find him, and then I'm gonna try to kill him.
At Grimhex. Wait, he's there? What's he doing? Ah, there he is.
All right, it looks like I found him. He's exiting Grimhex right now. I'm gonna get a scan on him before he leaves. That way I can sub-target his components when I fight him. It'll be very hard to fight a Corsair with a Cutlass Black, but maybe I could blow off one of his engines.
Why are you going out in a Cutlass
I'm
Black?
gonna let him leave. I don't want to fight him in these asteroid fields. Let's let him go into the open. It'll be easier that way. It looks like he might be going back to where the Reclaimer was. Probably meeting up
Sweet.
with his friend in the Mantis.
I agree with Blaze. I mean, Mr. E. I mean, that guy.
Hey, look, another player just went towards the bounty. All right, it looks like he's
Get
getting
him.
2 bounty hunters versus the Corsair and the Mantis.
Mantis ain't that big of a
See,
deal.
I knew it. Game on. All right, so the other bounty hunter is fighting him right now. I'm going to let him get the shields down. And then I'm going to sub-target his engines. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's go.
Oh,
I have
he's in
48
big trouble.
Task Force 1 missiles,
He's in
right?
big
So I'm gonna
trouble.
use them all. I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to soften him up. And then
Yeah,
go
the
for a
real life
kill.
hustle, man. It doesn't stop.
I just want to make sure I
Does
don't
not
get in
stop.
front of that Corsair.
Yeah, he gave him
Destroy.
a crime stat.
As long as I keep my distance, I could keep sub-targeting his engines and then shooting missiles at him Once his shields are down,
somebody's got to really piss me off for me to give him a crime stat. I almost never give a crime stat. Even if I'm pirating somebody and they kill me because I was on their ship taking their stuff, I don't give them a crime stat. That's a wussy way out, man.
It looks like it's about to break off. Let's keep on hitting that wing. Yeah, there we go. All these missiles are starting to hit. There we go. There we go. Looks like we got him. All right, now it's time to get revenge, man, and get the bounty. I'm getting paid for my revenge.
See, I thought he was going to stop him in the act of piracy, not come back with the bounty hunt.
48 missiles.
With the bounty hunting god marker and go after him.
Oh well, let's get rid of this dude.
Hey, you know, I guess he's gonna get his. I mean, that's fine. I would have chosen a better ship.
While I was in EVA. Bam.
Got him.
Later, bro. Well, that feels so much better. I got my revenge. He's dead. His buddy's still out there in that little mantis. But it's all good. Well, anyway, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
I really thought that this was going to be a pirating video.
Peace out.
I'm a little disappointed.
And as far as this mantis, I'm just going to unleash all my missiles on him. We'll see what happens. There we go. 13 more to go. There we go. All right.
He's trying hard.
And 10 more to go. 9 more to go. And 8 more to go.
I'm gonna really miss this old flight system, man.
I got so many missiles.
I'm gonna really miss it.
Later, man. All right. Well, that's the end of the video, guys.
You're a missile chucking ape.
This time for real.
All right. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I was really hoping that this was going to be him thwarting some pirating, but, you know, it was still all right. It was still all right. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, I was really, really hoping they were going to thwart a pirating attempt. So, but, you know, can't all be pirating, I guess. Can't be all pirating, I guess. So, let me switch over here. I'm going to be ending it here in a second. I just want to go over some things again. Friday, as long as things work out, we should be having Carl on the show, doing like a little podcast interview type thing. Saturday, I have birthday party stuff, so I probably won't be streaming. And Sunday I should be able to stream. I'll put up a poll in the YouTube section, and I'll do that as we get closer to the weekend. If we want to do either Cyberpunk or Stalker. Stalker, I think we're right around the halfway mark, but I'm not sure. Keep an eye out over the next 2 weeks for new t-shirts hitting the merch store, and make sure to any of you guys that stream or make content, make sure that you go and visit those guys, you know, Stranger, Mr. E, Backspace, Blackjack Bill. I know there's a few of his guys that stop by in here. Buck Orion, I got to add him to the list. Make sure you go and visit those guys, give them some help. You know, we all start small, so let's help each other out, you know. But with that, guys, it's been a blast. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the likes, and thanks for the views. So long, and thanks for all the fish. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Later.